30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
We're going to do a taste test on the cookie. We're not going to convolute it with some ice cream.
Although, have you tried a Subway cookie before?
Yeah, they're very good.
They're way better than they should be.
Really?
Like, it's
They are good.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Merch Crick,
I didn't know.
Merch Crick, if you're listening, can you run down to the Subway and get like a dozen of these? Use one of my credit cards. I got barely any limit left, but you try to figure out one of them that you can get to go through.
Use one per cookie.
Yeah. Use one credit card per cookie. Wow.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Lummy, on some of the strikes we've been getting on a show, your show, after show, we get these strikes, and I think it's from some of this preloaded stuff.
Yes, it is.
So, are we working on that?
Yeah, we're trying to figure out which ones YouTube are allowing that they're saying they allow.
Hold on. We're trying to find out which ones that YouTube say they allow, that they say they allow.
Yeah.
But you're trying to say that they sometimes indicate that they potentially do allow something, but then they'll still strike you.
Yeah, there's two songs that we got struck on that are in their YouTube studio that they say is allowed.
That would be like, if your wife said, yeah, you can go out and blast that girl, and then you blasted her, and then she, divorced you when you got home. But she said you could.
Yeah.
But you said it was okay.
Well, and they tell you download from here so we don't strike you.
So we download from there, and then we get a strike.
Correct.
Right. Perfect.
Yeah, it's like sneaking like a 25-mile-an-hour zone in a 40-mile-an-hour zone with no signs. It's not fair.
It's like a guy from a Ferrari that's a little lead-footed to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you? Oh, by the way, we sold out of the backpack. Jesus, did we sell out of those things?
It's great.
To the point where I think I'm gonna have to maybe reorder. I might reorder like another lot of them. I did reorder the tactical bags. Remember how fast they went?
Yeah, lightning fast.
And I think they come in today. So
awesome.
More tactical bags, maybe some more backpacks. Dan, did you do the backpack challenge with your family?
Show did, and I'm about to get them over to Lummy right now.
Oh, you didn't get it over to him?
No, we were,
You were what?
We were
You were at the game all day yesterday. You could have said, hey, want me to send these two videos over to you? And you would have had them.
I didn't have them yesterday at the game. I didn't get them until last night.
You waited till last night. Okay, no problem.
Because
Still got it in.
Didn't have everybody at the same place at the same time.
I got you, bud. No big deal.
So we got it.
And
I got something for you.
Airdrop them over to Lummy so Lummy can make a little video. Can you give me a preliminarily, how did it go?
Just as you predicted.
Really?
Well, I mean, Danny liked it, and Sophia thought it was cool, but she'd never be caught dead bringing that to school.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a Chanel or Louis or Gucci or Kate Spade, all the...
Or JanSport is all she wanted. I tried to get her,
so
even
the rich chicks, they just go with the JanSport?
That's the practical one. It's the one that everybody gets. It's
sometimes
the one that we had in
looking
college.
poor when you're not as cool.
What's that now?
Sometimes looking poor when you're not as cool.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. I got something to go with. looking cool when I don't even know. So thank you, Dan, for having that. Can you get it over to the boys so we can make it a video
en route? And I got something for you.
What do you mean?
Well, you want to catch?
No, I don't.
Oh, Okay.
Oh, it's not what I want. You know, there's one thing that I want that I know you wouldn't be throwing to me.
What, keys to my Ferrari?
Cash.
No, we talked about it last week. You're working on one. This one.
Over the weekend.
A project that you're working on. For me.
That. Yeah. No, ain't that. This is funner.
No way can that.
Why don't you open it?
Well, okay. Well, send it to me then. You're going to throw it over?
Oh.
I'll throw it over to you.
Oh.
I got lights. Go ahead.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, here it comes. And
Oh, that didn't sound good.
that's cool.
Hit the ring. There's a tip by a quarterback.
But I got it. This is for me.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
from
Let me see
Muffy.
here.
It's Christmas.
Are these Dion's?
Goddamn right.
Oh, for real? You got me some Dion glasses? Oh,
Yous and me's.
you got to believe.
We're glass sisters.
Okay, hold on. These are pretty. I wonder
Is
how
this
much.
like
I wonder how much money he
When
made.
grown men
he
wear friendship bracelets, is this the equivalent of that?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
We're-
Oh, and we got. Oh man, do we look douchey when we wear these out together, or should we probably be separated? You know,
Or
you look like
D, all the
straight
above.
money with them, dude. Straight money. BTLS, circa 2007. Bitch.
I'm gonna.
We can see the whole board.
We've got Diacos behind you.
I'm gonna wear. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm gonna wear my Colorado Buffalo sweatshirt or T-shirt that Dion sent me, and have these. Take a picture of them for Dion.
Yeah, they're cool.
Right now he's out recruiting. Lummy's lost a few too, man.
Yeah. Back.
There's others.
It's just
opens the door to more
that he's so public, and he's literally the most popular coach in all football. That every little thing that happens to him gets accelerated. Like if Notre Dame lost 3 guys, they wouldn't be making that big a big.
No.
I'm sure they did.
No, not really.
I mean, they're making every buddy that Dion loses, or people that have changed or decommitted, because right now it's when the high schooler guys start committing. Dion's lost like 4 pretty high profile ones over the last couple weeks, and they just like Dion, like let me. It's like a major. It's like the number one story in NCAA football, when really the number one story in NCAA football is that Florida State straight's getting screwed.
Screwed.
Since when? See, the college football can suck my D.
Oh,
It's all about
dear.
money.
College football is stupid. Because if it's all about money, Lummy,
Yes.
then why would you only have 4? You'd have 12. Now they're going to 12 when? Like
Next year.
next year.
Yeah, it's around the corner.
Well, it's 4 more it's 4 more cities. It's 4 more venues that get to have a game that matters over just a regular old bowl game. A regular old bowl game outside of, let me see, outside of 3, there's only 3 bowl games right now that have anything to do with the national championship. The first 2 feeder bowls, Lummy, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, whatever. One of them's one of them's the Rose Bowl, right?
Yes, the Rose Bowl, and then I think it's this year the AT&T one or whatever it is down in Texas.
Right, and then the national championship will be what, in Vegas?
Cotton Bowl, I think it was.
No,
No. The
they're
one
not
in
gonna have
Texas is the
national
Cotton Bowl. The
championship.
Cotton Bowl is the one in Texas, isn't it?
No way are they having it at the jobber ass Cotton
No,
Bowl.
it's not the Cotton Bowl, but
When you can have it at
used to be the
Jerry
Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, it used to be, but it's the Jerry Jones. And look how beautiful my facility is. By the way, Dan, thank you.
You like them?
So yes,
I like them too. I think they're cool.
and I mean I like them, but they really fit you. Because you're the one driving a Ferrari. I'm driving a
They're
smart car.
gold-rimmed.
So Lummy, here's the deal. Right now, you got the Rose Bowl. What are the 2 feeder bowls? Where does 1 and 4 and where does 2 and 3 play right now?
The Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl.
All right, so the Rose Bowl
Orleans.
and the Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, both, okay. And then the national championship game is played where? Is it Las Vegas or L.A.?
I thought they were trying it in Las Vegas. I'm trying to.
And I mean, is it the Tostitos? Like which bowl?
It's in Houston.
I think it's the Dr. Pepper National Championship.
The Dr. Pepper National Championship in Houston. All right, so there's 3 bowls. There's 3 cities that have anything to do with the national championship. Meanwhile, if you had 12 teams instead of 4, you wouldn't have the big FSU whodunit. Team goes 13-0. And don't forget, last week they were rated 4th.
Yep.
How do you win a game
And beat it. Yep.
go and not just win the game, but win your championship, the ACC championship? You win the ACC championship. You were rated 4th. You win it. You're now 13-0, and you get dropped down a rank to 5th because a team that has a loss, Alabama, beat Georgia, the number 1 team in the SEC championship, and now they're gonna. I think they got it. What? Texas, Alabama, Washington, and Michigan.
In the old days, it would be Washington, Florida State for the national championship.
But so
the 2 last undefeated big boy teams.
So if you had
Michigan
8 more, if you had 8 more teams, now you're gonna get a Georgia in there. You're gonna get a Florida State in there. And you got 4 other cities, because there's 8 teams, 4 games. You got 4 other cities that now, the bowls, like our bowl here in Tampa, that used to be forever called the Outback Bowl. What is it called? The Reliance Bowl now?
Jobber Bowl.
Riot Quest Bowl.
Whatever. Anyway,
No one cares.
but that would be probably a big enough bowl to be one of the 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays.
Yeah. So I mean, because you're looking for 4 other big bowls. So that would be the 4 bowls that are played on January 1. What 4 bowls are played on January 1? Because that's like the most prestigious time to play outside of when you're going for a championship.
Well, now they mix it up because like the Orange Bowl is played on the 30th, and the not the Peach Bowl. What is it?
I can see the Orange Bowl being a feeder bowl.
It used to be one of the big 4.
Right, I know.
There's orange, sugar, cotton.
Right,
and
but
then,
it's not now, Danny. But it should be. So let me. We need 4 bowls that would mean something. One which should be the Orange Bowl. What else?
You get the Rose Bowl,
No, doesn't. The Rose Bowl. Yeah,
The Rose Bowl's in
the Sugar Bowl,
the Sugar Bowl,
the Peach Bowl.
and the Peach Bowl.
There you go.
There you go.
Then the I guess the Fiesta Bowl.
Yeah, the
if we're
Fiesta
gonna-
Bowl is in Arizona. So
Well,
it's 5.
hold on. But at the end of the day, now you're going to have 2 more games because of that 8's going to get pared down to 4, right?
Yep.
Those 4 need to get pared down to 2. That would be involving 2 more games. So again, just throw in 2. Maybe the Camping World place. I don't know.
Well, then you also got Jerry's World. AT&T Stadium.
Yeah,
in
so you got,
Texas.
boom. You're having. Let me see. Now they're having 3 bowls, right?
Yes.
We'll add what, 6 to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, not 9 bowls.
Are bowls separate from this regular season?
Yeah, it's like the postseason.
It's just basically
Fun
what it is.
stuff.
It's your team did well enough to be able to play a little.
But it bears no
bearing on the
outcome of the season.
No bearing on the national championship.
No.
Okay, it's just a fun thing.
It's just,
and there's a Cotton Bowl.
Cotton Bowl's one of them.
People don't get upset about that.
No, people get. I mean, everybody's
Well,
upset
it's
about
cotton.
everything.
I'm just asking.
Please.
just
Everybody's
material.
upset at everybody.
I understand.
It's just that now only 3 bowls. Back in the day, it could be 4 or 5 different bowls that kind of mattered for who was,
Well, here's the other thing, Bubba. In all these non-essential bowls that we're watching, there's a big chunk of players that just won't play because they don't want to get hurt. They realize it's a meaningless bowl.
Right.
And
If
no
you're
one's
a guy,
watching, no one cares.
if you're the number 1 cornerback for Clemson,
Yeah,
and you're projected to be a top 5 cornerback in the league,
I ain't playing.
and you need to start getting ready for the combine in April.
Yep.
And not play this last game that some dude, blindsides you and
Right.
he paralyzes you.
Yeah, playing some guy from Eastern Kentucky. Who cares?
Has that happened before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Hell
People
yeah.
get really injured during a bowl
There's been people that got injured during a bowl and
Career ending.
They never played.
or
Yeah.
life ending.
So anyway, Florida State got screwed. Here is Florida State got. Hold on, I said that earlier. Let me find out where that's coming from. Usually it comes from my YouTube feed. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Let me see here. Is this Mike Norvell?
Yes, it is.
The head coach of Florida State. Man, he really came in and turned that program around, did he
Sure
not?
did.
My
Good job.
Lord.
Yeah.
We saw your reaction on television. Alabama was placed in.
Is that Mike Norvell right there?
Yeah, it is.
He's that young looking?
Yeah.
What was going through your mind in that moment when you put your head down, and then what you said to the team afterwards?
I was just hurt for our players. I mean, to be honest with you, that was, it was one of the tougher moments I've had to experience, and just for all that they've done. You talk to a team about responding to adversity, getting up and going to.
Anyway, can you imagine you're the head coach of Florida State? Your guys just came in and won the ACC championship. Who they beat? Clemson?
No, they beat Louisville.
Louisville. That's right.
Top 15.
Yeah, Louisville.
And Mark.
If
Mike
you're
Norvell's
local, if you're
42.
local, you call it Louisville. If you're an outsider, you call it Louisville.
He's 42 also. Mike Norvell.
So they beat Louisville.
Louisville.
And they win the ACC. They're 13-0. They were rated 4th last week, and because Alabama now pulls one out of their ass and beats number 1 Georgia. Alabama, that's got a loss now, is officially a top 4 team.
Yeah, Texas gets the win over Alabama, which goes a long way this year. But the biggest argument against Florida State, you can't do any better than winning all of your games. I agree. But the best team they beat this year was a 9-3 LSU. That was the best team on their schedule this year.
Technically, if you want to look at rankings, it was Louisville who dropped out. Who dropped out of top 15.
Here's the deal, man. You can use that strength of schedule, but you only start paring down strength of schedule and things like that when you're talking about teams that are tiebreakers, that have one loss or something like that. But man, you don't start the conversation outside of those that are undefeated.
Right.
You want to hear the ranks of their opponents?
Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't.
Ooh, denied.
Because this is not really how it plays.
Well,
It's
this is
supposed to
exactly
be-
how it
No,
plays.
it's not.
Unfortunately,
Stop
this is
for
the
a
way it
second.
works in college football.
Wait a second.
Hold on. Dan,
this is just how it is.
This is how they're doing it, Dan.
But
we're not saying that we're agreeing with it.
The college poll and the AP poll have it different, and so it's BS. These guys chose a different way to evaluate these teams. It's not the way that's supposed to be done.
Well, it's
and
the
they
way
decided
that
to put this own little kicker in of what they think the best is.
Listen, it's their show.
Yeah.
It's their championship series, and they're not beholden to the coaches poll or the AP poll. They're their own poll.
Mm-hmm.
They're endorsed and backed by the NCAA, unfortunately, and so it's their sandbox.
Yeah, it's their sandbox, and it's fun because Michigan, who was caught twice now cheating in one season, gets to go, and Florida State, who had a perfect season in a big boy conference, gets denied. It's ridiculous. It's unconscionable, and it really is shameful to the entire organization of the NCAA and their CFL.
Now, it is important to note this is the first time in the 10-year history of the college football playoff that they have not included an undefeated Power 5 conference champion.
Again, shameful.
Yeah. Again, this is all remedied by having 12 teams, and why they wait. They could have implemented it. I guess next year is the first year that they're going to do it.
Yeah, they waited 3 years.
But they waited how long?
3 years.
Yeah, why not 2 years ago?
It's not like the infrastructure wasn't there.
It's not like there's nothing changes. It's just the amount, the bowl games, the 6 additional bowl games that are now going to be they're going to be feeder games into your national championship. But those bowl games, those 6 additional bowl games, instead of meaning nothing, who wins the CarQuest Bowl in Nashville or whatever the hell, who cares? Now that could potentially be your first round of bowls.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Bringing more money, too, to those games. They mean something.
Going to the Ass Bucket Bowl in Nashville against, Tulane and Grambling State, and it means nothing because that's all they could get.
Yep.
But meanwhile, instead, they got the 12 versus 1 team, right?
Yeah.
And here's the another unfortunate reality for Florida State. As soon as Jordan Travis went down, they were screwed. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter because if Jordan Travis is that good of a quarterback to knock them out of the playoff, then he should get a Heisman invite. But he won't.
He won't.
But there is not a Florida State fan on the planet who can tell me legitimately with a straight face that, what is his name, Rudemaker would have been able to compete with all of the other teams in the football playoff.
You don't know that. You have no idea. Brock Purdy.
Yes, I do.
Hold on.
Yes, I do.
All I know
was a nobody.
All I know is that you don't get based on who you beat with what quarterback, and you shouldn't get based on who you could potentially beat with another quarterback. It's what your body of work is.
Yes,
it's your record. It's your conference championship. And that's all that matters.
It's a load of BS, but unfortunately, this is what we've come to expect from college football.
What you just said about that quarterback is 100% wrong. Ohio State.
I don't know about 100% wrong.
Because the Ohio State went in with a freshman quarterback because they're
10 years ago?
No, like 5 years ago, 2016 against Alabama. Went in with a freshman quarterback. Whatever, but
his math's a little off, okay, but he's a little bit churned up right now.
But yet, because he's saying that a freshman quarterback who went in and beat a rival in Florida and carried it and won 2 games. They went in Alabama versus Ohio State. No one thought that freshman quarterback had a chance. Dwayne Haskins or whatever his name is went in as a freshman, and they won. They beat Alabama. But guess what? That was his only game where he looked actually really good, and they won. So can you imagine if Ohio State would have got knocked out because their quarterback got hurt that year? But
it's so not fair. Can you imagine another team like the SEC?
Give me a headache.
Imagine the SEC champion undefeated, and then the quarterback goes down, and it's SEC championship game. Like, oh no, you guys are undefeated. You just smoked everybody. But your head quarterback went down, and so we're going to make you number 5.
Didn't Alabama make the playoffs a couple years ago?
Yeah.
On a quarterback Willie deal.
Yeah, when Tua went down.
Yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Who was their backup to 2 at the time?
Who cares?
Strength
irrelevant.
No. Seriously, who was their backup to 2 at the time?
I don't know. No,
was
do
it
I care?
Jalen Hurts?
Yes, but once again, he was a freshman.
All right, got it.
Yes, but Jalen Hurts had the opportunity then. So he was able to prove himself.
I'm about like Anna. I'm over this.
No, I like it.
You're not giving the Florida State kid a chance or the rest of their players.
It's just ridiculous.
You're taking a crap on everything they did this year.
It's ridiculous, man. And this just right now should show you why they need a 12-team schedule, because you wouldn't have this issue at all.
Absolutely.
There's never going to be 12 undefeated teams. I mean, this is an aberration. Did I say it correctly?
You sure did, Bubba. You nailed it. It's an aberration.
This is an aberration to have this many undefeated teams. And this is the biggest whodunit since, like, when, I don't know, maybe Colorado type. They've had a couple of whodunits where you've had co-national champions, and that's a big bunch of bull crap as well. But since we've had co-national champions, this is the biggest controversy in college football. And it's just ridiculous that an undefeated conference champion from a Power 5 is not good, and that was ranked 4th last week, lost a position, making it 5th, taking it out of bowl eligibility, and everybody is using the paradigm or the parameter. It's because their star quarterback that beat all these teams for the most part. He didn't play last weekend.
Nope, last 2 weekends he didn't play.
Yeah, and they didn't seem to trip up. But they're getting judged for that, and for that they're gonna miss out on potentially being the national champions, as they're not part of the 4-team. What is it? Washington, Michigan, Texas, and Alabama, of which Alabama has a loss.
Texas has a loss too.
2 teams.
Two teams have losses, but Florida State's undefeated, and they didn't get in. It just doesn't even make sense. No matter how you break it down, my quarterback's hurt. He's not hurt. The bottom line is they went 13-0 and won the ACC.
Right. Tiebreakers are for when people have the same record. So if there was 5 undefeated teams, you could just give me this BS argument that the quarterback went down.
You could maybe do that.
But with only 2 or 3 undefeated teams, all the undefeated teams in big boy conferences should make it. And then you should start doing tiebreakers among Texas and Alabama and Georgia and all those other guys that failed to have an undefeated season.
All right, enough of all that nonsense. Let's talk about the Bucs win yesterday. Wasn't pretty.
No.
But man, this guy, I've just always been a huge fan of. I'm not even a Bucs fan, but I recognize excellence. And this guy, I don't even know now that he's on the. What was that?
Sorry, I lost 2 batteries over here.
Batteries for what?
My microphone. My little megaphone.
Oh, for your megaphone.
Yeah.
Okay, can you get that in order?
Yeah.
For next commercial, maybe.
I'm good. Dr. Dan's pitcher moved in and knocked it over.
Oh, okay.
Fault, indirectly.
Giant muscles.
We also need to try to kind of clean our areas up a little bit there as we're getting ready for Barp. I've started back here as well.
Can't see my picture.
Did you see, Lummy, where Big Red pulled down all the soundproofing information?
Yeah, it looks good.
I mean, all the soundproofing stuff, and he's going to eventually soundproof the back there, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be soundproof. Kind of a backdrop. It's going to be beautiful.
Barp is in 5 weeks.
Is that what it is?
Right.
Wow.
Ish.
Anyway, Lummy, Mike Evans.
Yeah,
he's just.
No way they can't pay that guy.
There's just. I was just getting ready to say that, and that's why I'm talking about it right now, Rhett. Because the guy's spent his entire career here. He's he's going. I mean, he could quit tomorrow, and he's already Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, he's Hall of Fame
He's got the
statistics.
Super Bowl and everything.
And so he's everything's on his checklist, Dan. Did championship, check. Set all types of NFL records, check.
How old is he?
30.
He's 30.
1 or 30.
He's 30.
30.
Yeah, and a 10-year
30.
career. So he did that check too. So I guess the last check is we play like 14 years.
And
we get a second.
The biggest concern everyone had with him coming into this year is, he's 30 years old, which is ripe for a wide receiver. Is he going to slow down? He hasn't. He's on pace for the second best season he's ever had.
Yeah, and Johnny and Baker Mayfield is learned how to. There's a way that you can statistically give Mike a better chance to catch the ball, and that is just put it up high because he's so tall. He's 6'5", and most cornerbacks are 5'11" to 6'1".
Yep.
6'1" is a big corner.
Huge.
And so Mike Evans, all you go out there, throw it up high, homie, and I'll get it.
That guy Dante Jackson for Carolina had 2 different pass interference penalties yesterday because he was just trying. I take my hat off to him. He was trying to cover Mike Evans, but he could not do it.
I think he's 5'11".
Yeah,
Money Mike, the Bucks 21-18 victory over the Carolina Panthers on Sundays wasn't just a massive win for what Tampa needed. By the way, that NFC South division, man, that thing is an ass bucket.
Someone's got to win it.
Somebody's going to. Bucks right now look like they could win it.
It was like that last year.
I'm just
Bucks
telling
won,
you.
8-9 and won the division.
The 30-year-old receiver has spent his entire career with Tampa Bay, fell just 6 yards shy of securing his 10th season with 1,000 yards after scoring a huge 75-yard touchdown in the third quarter. He hit the milestone on an 11-yard reception in the fourth quarter. The guy is he the only dude ever to do that?
He is the only player in NFL history to start a career with 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons, and he is the only receiver in NFL history who is second behind Jerry Rice for 1,000-yard seasons. He's got 10, and Jerry has 14. I think Randy Moss also has 10.
But hold on now.
Yeah, he's tied with him.
So, and I think Mike Evans in the right system, this one, or maybe he doesn't retire a buck, could go 4 more seasons.
Oh, he absolutely could go 4 more seasons. He's got another 4 or 5 years left in his tank.
I mean, honest to God, he's like Rhett said, he's on record to have his second best season of his 10-year career. He's not slowing down.
His Achilles heel is actually his hamstring. He always has hamstring issues. But he's the only one on the Bucs that's catching anything. I mean, if you look at the difference between him receiving and the rest of the receiving core combined, it's pretty pathetic. And so, the Bucs need a second receiver. And, the other thing about, I wonder if there's a stat about passes caught that are irrelevant. And so problem is this year, Evans caught a lot of good passes late in the games where it was irrelevant.
Yeah, but at least he's catching them.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, what we got going
just
on
like
here?
record used to matter.
Is that the radio girl, Roxy Wilder?
No idea.
Since week 9, it turned in a season high.
I think so.
Scored their most points since
But the
week 9 and turned in a season
NFC South is like the ACC, I guess.
high, 128 yards rushing in their 21-18 win over the Panthers, keeping their goal alive of winning the division title.
Well, it's huge. We know it's a round-robin tournament. We all play each other. It's going to come down to the end. It's very important to win division games.
I don't like him.
No, not a lot of people do.
I just don't like him. I just don't. Did you see where Dion might bring in Brian Leftwich for his?
That would be a bad decision.
Yeah.
Another division game coming up. We had a tough one in our place, so we got to go down there and try and return the favor.
You know, the smile on my face, that's the biggest thing. So that tells
I'd rather Brady just be the coach. Or why did Bruce Arians get screwed? Did he get screwed over?
They won't say it, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
was it a Brady deal? Did Brady not get along with Bruce Arians?
I don't know if they didn't get along, but I think once Brady came out of retirement, part of the deal may have been for Bruce to take a back seat.
a lot of how I feel for real. And, just get another win, just get back in the hunt. And, just knowing how big next week game is for us and things like that. So, yeah, it's
There's
great.
Mike Evans right there.
I mentioned it to you guys earlier in the week.
There's Baker Mayfield. He looks like literally he's going to go work on your refrigerator after he gets out of the game.
Yeah.
He literally looks like he's going to be on your refrigerator repair guy.
He's got that big leather tool belt.
Yeah, he looks literally like he's going to give you a roofing estimate as soon as he gets off this game.
This is playoff mentality for us, and Coach Bowles said it last night. We have
He really does. The AC repair guy. HVAC Willie.
You think he'd be a good AC repair guy?
I don't know. He's definitely showed up late.
next week and see what happens the rest of the way. But it's a one game at a time mentality. And
I got to tell you, Lummy, he's done a lot better than I think people anticipated, and that I mean he's really pretty solid. Like, he didn't make a lot of mistakes. He's not going to necessarily win the game for you, but he might not lose it for you.
He has been trending down. He's got 4 straight games with an interception after last night. He's also fumbled 4 times in those 4 games. So he hasn't been playing better as the season goes on, which is my biggest concern with him right now.
But also,
like almost like my guy, Jordan Love, started off as an ass bucket, but now he looks like, Joe Montana.
Yes,
Bubba,
exactly.
remember what you said, Bubba? The thing is that his offensive line for the Packers is helping him, where our offensive line is hurting us.
Right.
So it's easier to make mistakes when your offensive line is playing like
We
crap.
still got Bakhtiari, too, on the book, so we need to get rid of that guy.
our guys came ready to play, and we found a way to win. Doesn't have to be pretty. A lot of things to correct, but we found a way to win.
We're going to celebrate the win because obviously we know
What's up, buddy? What's up, Mike Evans?
how hard it is to win in this league. But, the NFC South is our goal to win. We want to host
Imagine the Packers had him.
playoff spot.
Hold
So
on.
we gotta keep working.
Here, you can virtually say, can you imagine if any good team had him?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if the Eagles had him? Can you imagine if Detroit had him? Can you imagine if the Cowboys had him?
Yeah, but see, those teams all have more than one good receiver.
I don't know. We do too. We do too.
But we don't use any of them, and they don't catch. And Godwin hasn't done much.
Godwin, hold on here. See who this is.
Overlooked in the Bucks' winning effort. Mike
See if she says who she is at the end of the Anna.
Evans had 162 receiving yards, surpassing 1,000 receiving yards for the season for the 10th straight year to start his career. At Raymond James Stadium, Karen Loftus.
Oh, Karen Loftus.
Karen.
She looks. Doesn't she look
She looks like
a
Roxanne Wilder.
She does, but she also looks like a Karen.
Does she?
Does she not?
Yes,
yeah.
she sure does.
Just when you thought you knew the real deal, they pulled a fast one and duped your dumbass. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will return after these words.
What's up, Kicks for Guns 2X? Holy up, Joe. Good morning.
Joe's still alive.
What's
up, Polio?
Saugus.
What's up, gang? Cantrell. The sauce, 224, 420 bits.
Excuse me.
What's up, Salmon? This is Show. Great click. Ripple lips. Trippy. Cooper. Lips, good morning. Hey, Iggy. Air tight, ski pull.
Dan, thank you for my glasses.
Oh, you're welcome.
For real.
They're cool, aren't they?
They're fucking
cool.
badass, buddy.
Yeah, I liked them. I opened them.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Stuff Wolvers after birth. They threw away your bedpan. You brought in your own?
Oh, yo, Joe.
Oh no. I hate when that happens. Oh no.
Dan Orlando, good morning. Mason wants the mole. So Christopher Stevens. Big Buck. Brian McCoy. Kenny Powers. Neil Monk, next year, month this year.
What's up, Jason Hefner?
What's that? Morning. Unity 17. Thank you. Global Soccer Bowl. Oh, yes, I do. Thank you. One on. Jason Hefner. Creatine. Good morning.
Hi, Creatine.
What's up, Creatine?
The sauce. What's up, Airtight Ski Pole?
Where's Pakistan?
Creates and Travis.
Pakistan?
Yeah.
It's in the Middle East.
By India. Where's India? And Afghanistan.
Yeah, it's a bridge between India and Afghanistan. That's a good way to describe it.
Yes, it's its own country. But yeah.
They hate India, and India hates them.
Even though they look the same, they're like identical.
Genetically too.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
they look the same.
They're
You're
the
the
same
same.
people. They just
but
fucking hate each other.
Pakis are usually Muslim, and the Indians are usually.
Hindu. Yeah.
Even though there's lots of Muslims that live in India.
Lots of Hindus that live in
And then I haven't looked this up in ages, but like Kashmir.
Probably a couple. Because India's got a bunch. Yeah. Pakistan's got like 3. India's got like 50. You know, they do like a standoff at the border every day.
Jordan, on those two throws,
Romeo
Romeo on the fourth
They
one,
have
touchdown to Chris.
Kiss fans flock to.
They pretend like they're shooting each other every day. They do like a mock fight at the end of the day every day.
Who does?
Pakistan and India. They do like this ceremonial mock fight at the end of the day every day.
Do people get killed?
No, they don't. It's a mock fight. It's a fake fight, but they pretend like they're shooting each other.
Why?
Because they fucking hate each other.
Some third world fucking shit.
We love everybody, but they fucking hate each other.
Is Kashmir?
And by the way, Osama bin Laden was hiding in Pakistan. They're not that good of a friend.
No.
India is 164. Pakistan has 170.
Oh, really? They're
Little Kenny Powers.
Pakistan overtook India. They could have 6 more than you.
I wonder if you got video of their
A little
ceremony
airtight.
fight.
A little airtight over here.
What is there not to like about the show? Bubba the Love Sponge.
Guys are awesome.
And I love the sponge.
The show's cool. It's real, man.
He makes me laugh my ass off every time I listen.
I'm a full trucker fact man, so it gets me through the day all the time.
Bubba the Love Sponge. You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show will be a exclusive podcast. Wherever you get your podcasting stuff, go get it. Type in The Bubba Army and go get our exclusive podcast. I think last week we had 2 exclusive only podcast deals. Yes. If you know about locals, you can find them over there, but that's just for those that know. You can also download our exclusive podcast. It's not available anywhere else at BubbaArmyHQ.com. And that's free, too, if you just sign up as a grunt and give us your information and create a screen name. That's it. I think you can go maybe get that download on that podcast, Willie. As I'm talking to Seth Lummy, I don't know what day Seth's going to start.
Oh, okay.
Because he's having a big... Seth's having a moment, imagine that, to where he's working now, because he didn't think that they would hold him necessarily to his 2-week agreement or 2-week notice because he was trying to get out. He's Sething up his exit of his current radio station. He works for a radio company here in town, like producing a morning sports show or something like that. And I decided where him and I got together, and bringing him back mostly to kind of work on the podcast. I think he'll be on Wednesdays for the regular show. So it'll be Monday and Tuesday Dan, Wednesday Seth, Thursdays Brian, Fridays probably Dan. Dan, do you have any Fridays in particular that you need off or that you have off?
Nope.
Okay, cool. No. What I'm saying
if I
is,
do, I'll let you know well ahead of time.
What I'm saying is, like, when you know that you have to, like, sometimes you go to medical conventions and things like that. I'm just going to try to stay ahead of getting a little bit more of a heads up as to when those potentially could be, so that I can schedule in, other people. I got Tuttle trying. I spoke to Tuttle this weekend. He wants to, SBK. And I got everybody trying to get in over here.
I know.
It's like you get, you
so popular.
It's like I should be Tampa radio rehab. Like when you've gotten fired from big corporate radio and you've not established any infrastructure and you have no way to be heard or to get your stuff
like a
out.
Lost dog looking for water.
Then you come do business with me. How does that
make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like crap because everybody at the other radio stations should really say, really, the only guy that really is relevant digitally here in town and isn't beholden to the big 3, the Clear Channel, the iHearts, and the Beasleys, and can do his own thing, is self-sufficient, is Bubba. That's it. And there's no other. I mean, if you get fired from regular radio, like from the big 3, what are you going to do? You can either start your own little podcast, start your own little YouTube channel, start your own Twitch channel, start your own Rumble channel, start your own Kick channel, start your own download podcasting. You got to start that whole infrastructure. You don't have any of your old shows that you own because the company that you work for owns all of your stuff. So you don't have, I can whip out a show from 4 months ago that I had, some guest that could potentially be relevant. Like out of the infrastructure we've set here and the content that we own is unparalleled, not only just locally, but pretty much almost in the whole entire industry.
Absolutely.
I mean, yes, Joe Rogan has, what is he up to, 2,000th episode now or whatever?
Yeah, but he didn't start off as like a terrestrial radio show.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like, I got 20,000 pieces of content.
Oh, yeah.
So...
The only one that rivals you is someone that actually learned from you, or did you learn from him, Howard, about owning content? Who started that first?
This is a great conversation. So when we go to sign our Sirius XM deal in October of 2005, they're like, okay, so we're licensing your show to be on the air you're not an employee of Sirius XM. We're just like you're basically a vendor that's going to be on from 3 to 7 or what was it 4 to 7, where the hell we were on, and then they're like, so how do we how do you then license your content from where you just came from in order to be able to play that on our airwaves? I'm like, Tom Bean's like, we don't have to license anything. We own everything. We own our entire library. And they're like, what? We're like, yeah, we own everything we've ever done, ever. We own it all. And they're like, we just had to write CBS a $4 million check to have Howard's intellectual rights. So Howard even came to me. He's like, do you really own your own stuff? I'm like, yeah, I own it. I own it all. I own everything. I own everything. And let me, I got into a little bit of a honey hole.
Oh, yeah?
I need to put it up on the air. I need to send it to you. Somebody found this 10. Now, and think about this. In network television, 10 minutes is a big, on a news piece, is unheard of.
It's a massive amount of real estate.
I mean,
massive.
Like, yeah, especially on, and this isn't some jobber. This is Channel 13. This is when Kelly Ring, I think, first started, Lummy.
Oh, wow.
And somebody sent this to me today, and I want to put it up. Rhett, I don't know if I should. I might both play it and put it up, but we got to put it up. Somebody else has it on their YouTube channel, so we probably first need to give them a copyright strike.
247 Dynamic Solutions, $10 on the Cash App.
Thank you very much. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all at The Bubba Army. Or just go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. It's free. Or, better yet, go check out our all-new website, which is where you can get almost everything we've ever done. And, Lummy, we're adding... I was in the green room today. Over this weekend. That's where I found this piece. But finding new pieces of old school video and audio that we can continue to post up on Bubba Army HQ.
Oh, yeah.
Just making our archive of stuff even better. And even at Bubba Army HQ, we're also going to eventually have like a video section, too. Let me like some of that old Stormy, Akira, Vanessa, all that kind of stuff. All that real naughty stuff.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All that stuff from BubbaRaw.com.
I sent you that video if you didn't want to play it.
How did you know what I was talking about? Just tell me right now, how did you know?
I watched it over the weekend.
I know, but how did you even know? How did you get it?
I watched it because I saw you. It was on the history.
The history of what?
On your channel, the Bubba Army, because I had to get in to do the GOAT report, and it was the last thing you watched.
Oh, so now you're going to watch all the stuff so now you're...
Oh, he's creeping on you, man. So he's watching you.
Now you peeping on me,
Big
kid?
brother.
Well, no, it's just because I've actually come across, me and Rec came across this
me and
a while
Lummy
ago.
look for old Bubba stuff on YouTube all the time.
Then we couldn't find it after we saw it.
I'm just giving you a hard time. You guys keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And trying to find all that old Bubba stuff as you could possibly can.
But you're looking good in this video.
Oh, shut up. I'm looking like a fat ass. So, Anna, I just want to let you know that Pakistan... So I was going through our downloading stats today. Don't forget today's after show is exclusively a download, okay? Mm-hmm. It's exclusively a download. We usually tend to run a little bit loose. I think the last one that I did, I think we did two last week, is when I talked about how I blasted Samantha Fox back in July of '89 after the Illinois State Fair.
Yeah.
Then she blew me off, and I was supposed to see her in New York. But it was a damn good blasting. I wish I could remember more about it. But Anna, I was looking at our download.
It all blends together, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Life. I mean, like with me, it's like Friday blends to. I mean, like I'm blended.
Yeah.
I'm just. You know what? That's what my personality is. Blended. I'm all just a little bit of.
What
do you identify as, Bubba?
A little blended.
Those are your pronouns.
Don't forget that isn't Dion's new. Sunglass package called the Blenders.
Yes, they are.
The brand.
Yeah, that's right.
The brand.
Okay, then.
You're blended.
I'm blended.
Yeah.
Every day I'm blending. Anyway, I was looking at the download stats for our podcast, and America's number 1, Canada's number 2. Usually it's like UK, Australia, and out of nowhere, we got a sleeper cell last week that Pakistan was our number 3 downloaded market in podcasting.
Oh my God,
Pakistan.
that's incredible.
Like, what in the hell? Did a couple of Pakistani like stumble upon the show and now they listen? Like, I don't even get it.
It's all about Pakistani Danny.
So anyway, Pakistan is our number 3 download market. Don't forget today's show will be an exclusive download. You can only find it there. And you can go to BubbaArmyHQ.com to simplify the process, or Spotify, iHeart, Google Play, iTunes, all of that. Appreciate it. Dan, you got the backpack video?
Yes, I got it to Lummy. Absolutely.
It's on YouTube.
Oh, I can't wait for this.
Yeah, it's Dan 1, Dan 2, 2 different clips.
Oh, nice. You know, if I play those or I play this first, I'll play a little bit of this. And Red, I think we need to find out. I mean, I don't know if we can own. I mean, should we own this because it's about me, or does the TV station own it, or what? Like, I don't know. I don't think this is necessarily could be owned by me.
I mean, I don't think this TV station is still around, is it?
Oh, yeah, this is
Fox 13, right?
Fox 13.
Is it Fox 13 or is it the old Channel 13?
I don't know.
Because if it's the old Channel 13, then I think we're fine.
Yeah, it's the old Channel 13. It's not Fox.
Right. So I think we're good.
It's not Fox.
Oh, nice.
But they did this big like a mini documentary on me back in '91.
That's awesome.
Shock jocks. Why do kids love him and parents hate him? Stop by your kid's room between 7 and 11 p.m. and you may find out.
And Dan, I can remember the management calling me in after this ran and was like, oh my God, we've never, like, I thought I was getting in trouble. And they were like, oh my God, never in the history like of Tampa has a television station did like a CBS 60 Minutes kind of deal on a radio personality.
Now, so stay tuned as our Times correspondent Stacey Strazis soaks up some of the love sponge.
Oof.
There you go.
That was forced.
Yeah.
That's okay. She tried.
All right, so I'm trying to keep the music out of it so we don't get copyright.
Man, that seemed like such a good era.
It was.
What a great era.
A great era.
706, the new sound of the pig, BTLS, Bubba the Love Sponge. Oh, it's your favorite day and mine too. I ain't lying to you. Buff Muffin, free ball, and no panties Thursday. A day you let your chia run wild.
In case that hair.
You used to just crack the mic and go, oh.
Yeah, I just cracked the mic. Hold on. At one time, hold on. But at one time,
how he farts in the mic.
Did you hear like any? I didn't. Like most radio stations, most people in radio. I have to go like 1025. Like you have to get the identifier. You got
Bubba Radio Network, bitch.
Not me. Bubba Radio Network, bitch. Then I just get in there and start talking. No identifier.
Or you've heard but not seen. This is Bubba the Love Sponge on his most celebrated night, no less.
Maybe we can pump up the volume or something like put it in your Lummy 5000 machine back there.
Pump it up.
No panties Thursday.
Make sure you can prove that you don't have any undergarments on. You might have to drop your drawers right there. My homies at Goodyear up there, Tarpon Avenue, will give you a free tire rotation, no questions asked.
Yeah, so you got to walk into the Goodyear place next day on Friday and show the manager that you're not wearing any panties. Like, this isn't highly illegal. And then they're going to give you a tire rotation. Like corporate Goodyear would ever go for that.
Yeah.
Hey, we got this new promotion in Tampa where the radio guy says for the women to come into the show the manager their vaginas, and we're giving them. Like, is this not so cancel culture?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Don't we have a couple of chicks coming up into tonight? They're gonna let their chia pet run wild. Look, we're gonna see if we can have them donate the.
Dan, this show in itself you'd just be canceled. You're done.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have girls come in and it shows the woman taking off her panties.
And we can put them on a microphone so we can talk through them all night long. Little soiled panties on the microphone. God, I love that.
You are a devil.
Shoot, baby. All right, hold on.
Talent for picking
Hold on.
earned him the Sponge title.
Is that a gold chain?
Here we go. There's Berger's office. They were trying to make like this was my office. That was Jeff Capucci's office.
Fall of 92, he's picked up more than that. His ratings have been phenomenal, making him the most listened to radio personality in the Bay Area and the most
Now, Anna, I was the most listened to guy in the Bay Area at night, meaning like I had better numbers than anybody in the morning.
That's insane.
At night.
How long were you in Tampa before this came out?
I'd only been in Tampa like maybe 3 months.
Oh, that fast?
Yeah, this was like 3 months.
Meteoric.
Yeah, I had to have my nightclubs, my beepers, my limos. I didn't have any of that because I would have been promoting that.
Controversial.
You're wearing panties now, but you'll take them off for me?
Yes.
In observance of No Panties Thursday?
Yes.
Cool, let's go.
Break it down.
Oh, yeah.
That's my own, by the way, that's my own rap song. Let me break it down.
So put on my head, or I say, this is the first.
See, I don't even know that TV stations could cover that nowadays. In today's.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen.
The first pan of the evening usually go on the head. No, we'll go the head first.
Oh, that's foul. But good for you.
This guy here, the greatest of all time, the greatest in the history of Tampa, Florida, can't get a job in radio. Can you believe that? That's okay, because all you people that are getting fired from radio, I'm your first call, bitch.
Nice panties too. I ain't lying.
His style between.
And if I can find all that footage, I own it, but I don't know if I can find it.
Gangster rap and the top 40 dance tunes, Bubba dishes out a steady diet of raunch and outrageous humor, usually at his caller's expense. Fans call it entertainment.
Hello.
Critics call it abuse.
Critics call it abuse. That should be a billboard for a edgy radio station.
Fans call it entertainment. Critics call it abuse.
Yeah.
I like that.
There you go.
Sir, can I be honest with you? I can't understand what you're saying. Honestly, are you hair lip? Or do you have a hair lip?
No, nothing's changed.
I don't have any meatloaf tickets. I got something else for you though. See ya.
So mean.
And you have summer teeth. Say it, I have summer teeth. Some are here and some are there. Get off me.
While Bubba is clearly hot on the local radio scene, he's also lighting a fire under his critics. You might say Bubba.
Like they don't do pieces on this on radio personalities.
He's on trial.
Power Pig, hello.
He's on trial with furious parents like Lydia Duncan.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, these Karen. See, hold on. There were Karens back in the day, even.
Oh, yeah.
Power Pig Karens.
Allows her young teenage daughter to listen to Bubba's show.
He has no teenage kids, and I hope to God I'm around to see him when he's got a 14-year-old little girl that wants to do some of the nasty stuff that he has tried to talk these kids into do on the radio.
Well, she looks like today.
I know.
Yeah.
She's dead.
With women's
Hold on, we got the women's groups too. Nothing's really. Hold on here. These old bags
They're
are
always
all
ugly too.
I mean, and they're already up my ass. I've been in market 3 months, and I got women's groups that are meeting on Saturday in a park.
How'd you piss off the gays?
I don't know.
I see a rainbow flag.
He's got a very destructive behavior. It's violent.
They're making signs about me. Bubba.
Psychopathic. Oh, it's like those are like Trump signs.
Verbal racist.
I mean, you know what? I was Trump before Trump was Trump.
Dude, you out Trump.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know if I out-Trumped him, but I was Trump in Tampa since before Trump. Before
it was cool.
Before Trump was Trump.
On trial with the American Family Association.
Oh, this guy was a real dick, David Caton. He hated me.
Organization that's documenting complaints and
Yeah, I wonder how many kids he's touched.
None. Dan, we're deleting that. None. He's none.
He's a great guy.
What's your opinion of Bubba the Love Sponge?
Well, my opinion of what he does is that it's classical raunch radio. Unfortunately, most of it's appealing to children. They're in that inquisitive age of their life. And it's unfortunate that Bubba the Love Sponge is going to be their sex education teacher.
So hold on now. Can I tell you, though? So this David Caton guy was on our ass, and he was very well organized.
Yeah.
Letters, whole 9 yards. So Randy Michael, see, this is the problem with today's current broadcasting presidents and managers. So do you know how? So this David Cates a real thorn in our side. Like he has a list of our advertisers. Like he's And back then they didn't have email on us, so they literally would like picket your place, or they would like send you like 10 letters, just like that. So do you know how Do you know how Randy Michaels, the president of, at this point, the Power Pig was owned by J-Corps, which folded into CityCasters, which folded into Clear Channel, which folded into iHeart. That's the lifeline of iHeart, but it started out as J-Corps. So Randy Michaels is the president of J-Corps, and he's in Cincinnati, and he's getting all these reports of this guy named David Caton that's just wrecking havoc on our advertising in Tampa. And so he gets a hold of the general manager, Dave Reinhardt, and he goes, Dave. And Dave's like, yeah, Dave was the nicest guy in the world. Rest in peace, Dave. Yeah. And he goes, Dave, listen, how often does the Caton guy call you? And Dave's like, well, he calls me 3-4 times a week. Always mad about Bubba, always threatening to do this and that. And he goes, the next time he calls, offer him morning drive on Sundays from 6 until 8 in the morning on 970 FLA. He can have his own David Caton Family Association show. But you got to stop with the Bubba stuff. So, Anna, they gave him his own show on the AM station to spread it, to spread his nonsense, to get his sniff off of me. Isn't that brilliant?
Sure is.
Brilliant. And we never heard from him again.
Wow.
Me than you, Dave, love slave. Maybe I should have Dave on my show.
So what's he doing now?
I don't know, huh?
Show. Hallelujah.
Is that real gold around your neck?
Yeah, I still got it.
Sorry.
You mean to bring it tomorrow?
Yes.
Than anyone else's on today's airwaves. It's that he's garnered so much of the young audience. Nearly half of kids under 17.
50% of all teens under 17 listen to me.
That's amazing.
I had a 50 share.
That's amazing.
Bay Area who listen to radio, listen to Bubba. Critics say they're getting mixed messages.
I like him because he's arrogant and he's honest.
He's different. He's different. He's not like.
Put some more dip in there, buddy.
Oh my God.
Go by the book all the time.
I'd say he's the best DJ that any radio station has because he's direct to the point with the topic.
See, bitches back then were not near as soft as they are. They're like, they want you to tell you how it is, buddy. Get right to the topic.
Beat around the bush.
Topics? Well, lesbianism is a favorite.
Yeah, and in a good way.
We need to call, Tia, the Bubba the Love Sponge house lesbian. She's like the lesbian that I have on staff. Hold up. You guys don't even understand how beautiful she is. Tia with the dopest chichilla. Say it.
So he looks more biker than broadcaster. Off the air, Bubba can be engaging, even childlike.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, even fat.
Maybe I was getting bad or something on there.
Oh, is this your name?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perhaps it's his sense of humor that helps him out of tight places.
Yeah, so Dan,
that's the vending machine you used to shake.
So they would get mad. Everybody else would get in trouble if they did this, except me. I did it every night. Watch. Nestle's.
Look at homies. Nestle's in the house.
Bubba's spontaneous energy, both on and off the air, is no doubt part of his appeal.
What?
Chicks to the left. Chicks rubbing on each other to the right. Oh, damn, work it. Work it.
In fact, during the 2 weeks we worked with him, he put in a host of personal appearances, whacked off his mane of hair, and nearally killed himself after heaving this 300-pound body out of an airplane.
300 pounds, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and now it shows me rapping.
No.
What a life you've lived, huh? Do you ever think about that?
No, I don't, but I should.
Booty has $51 on the cash app.
Oh, no, here.
And nearly killed himself after
Oh my God, classic.
And the classic line too, right here.
The skydiving stunt.
I'm true to the game. It's the bottom line. It's Bubba, bitch, and I'm out to get mine.
He's even cutting a rap album due out in May. Bubba says just being himself is part of the job.
But I'm not gonna act plastic, and I'm not gonna act fake and say, hey, 75 minutes of nonstop best music coming up next on the brand new blah, 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 blah. Hey, my name's Skip Chip Kelly right now, and we're going to play the birthday wheel coming up next.
Skip Chip Kelly.
More music, more fun. Hey, the home of summertime winning right here. BS. People don't talk like that. Bubba's been able
Okay, so here's my boss, okay? I guess so my management was completely behind it.
Of course.
DJ Harris helped bring Bubba to Tampa Bay.
He's a very vibrant, very loud person who likes to be in the limelight. I mean, if he's in a room, he carries the room. He really does. That's just his personality. But he's also a very nice, gentle, big man. And he has a great heart for everybody that's around him. And a lot of the stuff you hear on the radio is not actually what's going on. I mean, it's a show.
We look kind of good, don't we? It's tight.
But you know, kids listen to your every word. They sit in their bedrooms with the doors closed,
But so do
and they
adults.
hear you roll a paper. What kind of example is that?
I don't, I'm not trying to be an example.
There you go. That's the
fair.
answer, Dan.
That's fair.
I'm not trying to be an example.
Yeah, you're entertaining.
Yeah.
Champagne Sumo 999 Super Chat.
Thank you.
Fun. I don't advocate drugs by all means. And what I do on the radio, again, is hype. I don't encourage kids to listen. And I'm number one with adults, and that's what I strive on.
Yeah, I don't want kids to listen. Get the hell out of here. I'm number one with adult.
How old are you? 15. You're 15? Yeah.
Due to the graphic nature of the Bubba the Love Sponge program, listener discretion is advised. Basically, what we're saying is that if you're a fetus, turn the station or go to bed.
Those are our positioning statements.
Damn it.
I'm intimidated by that. I'm going to be called no fetus.
But apparently not intimidated enough to change the station. Young teens like
Well, you guys have no rhythm either. I'll tell you that right now. Neither one of you kids.
They're in their room rapping 40s and blunt.
Yeah. I'm just trying to turn the music off. So
He's funny. He makes up a lot of funny jokes that aren't offensive, but most of them are. And he does have a lot of callers that are really funny, and he handles it really well.
I really like your station, but...
Can you hold on for a second?
Huh?
This is as predictable as they come. I really like your station, but I think you're a rude bastard. I hate you. I hope you die. Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
I really like your station, but I think that the foul language, you need to cut out on that until like 10 o'clock because I have 2 young kids, and I like to listen to the station, and all you say is ass, bitch.
We don't say those words. Only you're saying them.
And that's what Bubba does. He gets ratings. And it's not, I mean, we're not here to be a babysitter for, I mean, parents have that responsibility.
see, back in the day, Anno, you didn't have to apologize for offending people. You just said we offend people.
Look at these two.
But many parents are torn. They're not crazy about Bubba, but they're not moved to try to silence him either.
I don't think there's any kind of damage. I don't think censoring is.
Just the average parent knows that they can handle their kid, even though if he hears 2 lesbians making out on the show that night, she's going to be all right with it.
Really a good idea. I think it's up to us primarily as parents to instill or try to.
There you go.
I like the Lady Diana haircuts and the pirate shirts.
Yeah.
And keep your fingers crossed.
As radio warriors go, Bubba is not new to the battle. He's been fired from 7 of 9 jobs. He knows the game well.
I think everybody probably appreciates my candidness and how candid I am. I'm real, and the day I can't be real is the day I don't belong here.
Bubba the Love Sponge won't be on the air for the next few minutes.
Oh, listen, this was a positioning statement.
Due to the fact that he has a few naked, big-breasted women in the studio. Our big management thanks you for understanding.
I mean, like, could you
That
even
wasn't even a lie.
Could you even do that in today's standards? Saying Bubba is not available because he's got a couple big-breasted chicks in this. And management thanks you for understanding.
On the air for the next few minutes due to the fact that he has a few naked, big-breasted women in the studio. Our big management thanks you for understanding.
God, corporate America is taking the fun out of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Bubba is philosophical about life at the Pig. He says it isn't the first radio station he's worked at and probably won't be the last. We'll be right back.
Yeah. 10
Pathetic.
10 minutes.
Did you get along with Kelly Ring?
Yeah, we
She
always
looked good
got-
there, too.
Well, that was like her first year.
Oh.
I think she's retired now.
I believe she just
she is
did. Yeah.
retired a
I
couple
think she
years
just
ago.
I think she just retired. Rhett, we should probably try to get that, clean it up, and put it on if it's available.
Yep, already got it.
All right, thanks.
He's the self-proclaimed master marketer of the decade.
You hook up with me, boom, all of a sudden you got people wanting you.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Lunchtime.
Oh, good.
You still around?
Thank you, Crick.
Thank you.
What's up, everybody?
He was? That's what he wrote. Fucking dead on. Shit. Yeah, but I know. Did you find that Pakistan changing of the guard thing? Yeah. It's entertaining, isn't it? It's very interesting. It's a little act. Yeah, it's a little performance. The high kicks, I thought they were backing it down now. Too many soldiers are getting leg injuries. Come on.
I'm kicking too high?
Yeah, seriously, yeah. These guys are pulling hammies? Yeah. Doing fake fighting? Yeah, right here. Right here. Tone down. Leg injuries. Do you have a video of the most flamboyant ones?
His head is so much bigger now.
I know, it's weird.
Like, I didn't even realize until you guys were face to face.
What's up, man, boy? Got a massive head. That's why it doesn't flow well. Wilbur's problem.
That's crazy.
What do you say?
Says that's why it doesn't flow well, or something.
I don't think so,
Well, it was crazy. Like Dan has like little peanut neck fingers.
He's looking at size 7, I'm an 8.
Oh, for sure, Snizzo. What's up, everybody?
NVR done 2151 31 months.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
9 months.
That was Oh no!
Oh, you need help? Nope.
That's not where it goes.
That.
That is not where it goes.
Little Wilbur can like throw a spiral, hit a sinker, drive a stick shift, but he can't float.
Who can't what?
He can't float on his back. No.
Who are you talking about?
Walker, his son.
What about him?
He's a super athlete, but he can't float. Would make a good cork.
He can't float?
No, his head's too big. He can throw a spiral, he can drive a stick shift, he can, ride a unicycle over a ramp, but can't float. He can't, he can't get out of level 2.
Are you still in swim class?
Yeah, he's doing level 4 stuff, but except he can't graduate level 2 because he can't float.
It's the only thing. The only person who can stand up in the 5 foot deep end of the pool, but he can't float.
No, not his back. Kid can go underwater, kick, swim up, just can't float.
He just can't float.
Now he can. This is gonna be a synchronized swirl where you can just like put his feet up in the air and just head sinks.
Yeah.
On Tucker, and Tucker, they have like this balance beam like at the end, it's like a little thing. He used to nail it, and now when he does it, like you can see his head falls to the side. His
He's growing into it. Okay.
This big. His neck is like that big.
I know. His neck's got to catch up to his head.
He's like Stu and Family Guy, just flops to one side and then the other side. Imagine just having a flop head. Hey, what's up?
Dude, I saw someone at the gym yesterday with no neck. I don't like.
Like it just went straight from ears.
It was like there was a problem, but I was trying to identify. I almost took a picture and sent it to you, just so like, can you identify what this is?
It could be Turner syndrome.
Turner?
Is he like Ed? Yeah. Is he like the XL? It could be that. Remember the Ed? Yeah, he was. Fiance.
Oh. I couldn't tell if it was a male or female either, so that's what it was.
Yeah, Turner. So that's one. This is it, right?
Oh shit.
What'd you say? Oh, this is it?
Oh, wonderful. That's exactly what the fuck it was.
Yeah, they go right up to each other like they're kicking and shit.
What's going on?
I saw
Show
someone
me
with a
this
deformity.
Indian shit. This Indian, Pakistani, how they fight or do some ceremony
They
shit
just have one X.
at the border every day.
It's XO.
Only Dan would know that.
No shit. Then they slam the gate on each other.
Kind of couple breakups up.
That's crazy. How does it eliminate your neck?
I don't know. Just don't grow too good.
That is exactly what the fuck I saw. I was like, is that a man?
Yeah, it's Turner.
Yeah, he did.
Unfortunately, it's a cul-de-sac. Genetically. What?
Hmm? No, this is a big ceremony, huh?
Yeah, they do it every day.
Well, yeah, it's not as aggressive now because.
All day, every day. I'm an FT. Full tractor effect. You're my savior. I listen to it in the morning and at night. It keeps me awake all night driving that big rig down the road.
Bubba the Love Sponge. We love you, brother. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Like an idiot. I didn't all busy all my phone lines, Lummy, so we got somebody there. Bring it. As soon as I get done talking to this person, then I'm going to all busy the phone lines because I got these trolls that just, whatever. And I think me and my ability to be a talk show host and not take phone calls and have a good show speaks volumes in itself. Quite frankly.
Yes.
Hello.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a little bit behind, but you're a smart guy and everything. I listen to the show every day, but you didn't realize when you guys called SBK a week or two ago, he was lying the whole time about what he did with Anna until the end. He finally let it out. Like I just don't understand why you'd even let him on your show or on your airwaves.
Well, first of all, I've not made any additional plans with SBK. Secondly, secondly, what?
He said just SBK reached out to him. That's what he said.
Yeah, I said all these former people reach out to me. I didn't say I've only agreed to put one back on the air, and that's Seth. That's all I've agreed upon. First of all, and then secondly, sir, if it was pretty damn good to put him on the air. If I was to be able to initiate some type of polarity or response from you. Most of the things that you hear on the radio, you're like, you don't feel so passionate about, but you're so mad about this and so passionate that you just had to call in and bitch about it. So that means I'm doing pretty damn good if I'm creating content that, that gets you a little riled up, right?
Yeah, you're right, buddy.
And here's the deal. Bottom line is I wasn't going to, if I thought in any way, shape, or form it started getting disrespectful to Anna, I thought they had a pretty good conversation, point back and forth. Anna didn't back down. He didn't back down. And then towards the latter part of the conversation, he kind of did back down and acknowledge.
His memory got better, miraculously.
Acknowledge what Anna had said. And so then at that point, I think it's a win-win.
Okay. All right. Well, you're just going through who's on Monday, who's on Tuesday, who's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Listen. The only change I've made as of now is none. Brian the Babyface will be here every Thursday that he can. Dan will be here every Monday, Tuesday, and Friday that he can. And then when Seth starts, which I don't know yet because his employer isn't in letting him out. I don't know when he's going to start. Maybe the first of the year. Maybe the 19th. I don't know. But Seth's going to initially be part of the podcast on Monday, the entire show on Wednesday, and then a podcast on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm a big Seth fan. I've found myself.
There you go.
We're off. I didn't have anything to listen to. going back, years back where you guys were on with him. He's funny, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing him back. So appreciate it. See, you got all all mad and all flipped out over nothing. Once I was able to walk you through it, buddy, you're able to see my reasoning. I mean, I'm pretty damn brilliant for a radio guy. Don't ask me to plumb your house, but bitch, I can entertain you on the radio. Tell you that right now.
I know.
All right, see you later.
Eat more protein.
Leave me alone. Everybody stop calling me on the phone. I don't want to take any more phone calls. This one was ringing, so I had to take it. Hello.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Hey, just a quick question. I signed up for the Bubba Radio HQ.
Perfect. It's actually Bubba Army HQ, and you signed up for the lieutenant deal. Yeah.
Yes, but there's no app available to like the old deal because I deleted the old app because I haven't been able to hear your after show. Is there an app that I could download because it's not anywhere on Google or
the player?
Am I missing something?
The website is is your app. It has the player on it. It acts just like an app. So on your phone, when you go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
No. Better yet, take this phone call, please.
Okay.
And send it to Tom Bean.
Yep.
And to Mike Rowe, and tell them this is exactly what the average guy thinks. Sir, they're saying. Let me go ahead and explain it to them. What you were
go to your browser on your phone, type in Bubba Army HQ.
No, but you can't be on your Safari browser because it'll turn it off up through the screen. So you got to be on Chrome or Firefox.
Yes.
Go get Bubba Army. Go get BubbaArmyHQ.com on Chrome or Firefox, and then the browser acts as the aggregate /app.
Correct. You'll see the play button on the bottom of your screen that says the BTLS show, which is the morning show. You log in and you can play it. You can listen to the show on your phone.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
All right. Hey, it's great to bring Steph back because that's one of the funniest humans I ever heard.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Bubba.
Thank you, buddy. Did I not tell him?
Yep.
Even if it costs us money, even if it gets to a point where it costs us money, because I guess apps cost money.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes, they do.
And but the average consumer wants to hit an app and it be there.
That's right. An icon, just in one tap.
That's what the average is. I mean, it might cost money, but I think I think that's what we got to do. So Dan, this is available. I don't know if this is available on YouTube yet, or I think maybe Rhett's gonna maybe combine them.
I think it's unlisted, right, Rhett?
Yes.
Okay. You'll probably combine them, make this a real fancy deal.
Yes.
Man, what happened to the Packers last night? They looked literally. I don't know if they looked eagle.
They look like a playoff team.
I don't know if they're as good as the Eagles or as good as but I gotta tell you, they looked as well. They beat Detroit 2 weeks ago, and I didn't get a chance to watch the game last night because I go to bed. I go to bed at 5:30, 6 o'clock.
You would have been very happy. You would have been happy watching the first half if you did get a chance.
But it never even looked. It looked a little iffy when they still gave Mahomes that still 50-yard. I mean, Mahomes got him to the 50. I mean, right?
Yeah. No, I mean they had a chance.
It was touch and go.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to be touch and go until it was. Didn't seem to be touch and go until the Packers get real conservative in the last part of the fourth and do a bunch of punts.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it was 14-6 going into halftime, feeling good. I didn't get to watch that.
14-12 going into half.
No, it was 14-6.
14-6.
Yeah, they scored 6 in the third.
Oh, it was in the third quarter they scored that, and then they didn't get the 2-point conversion.
Correct.
Right. That was a mistake.
Sorry. Lummy, by the way, the Bucks game yesterday was rainy and just dismal, and I don't even think that you brought any necessarily the ponchos and things like that. It looked like on TV, it looked like the Bucks, the stadium was 1/3 full at best.
Pre-rain, and then after the rain started, it was about maybe 10% full.
Yeah. And luckily, Dr. Dan has a box because
luckily, Dr. Dan has a weather enclosed box.
Yes.
That you can even shut the windows if it started raining in that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was nice.
And so you Ash and walk up there to the box.
Yeah, right when it started raining, we're in that section right on the edge of where the cover is. So we were just getting all the drip. So it was horrible. And luckily, Dr. Dan, he looked down.
Love me. What? Come on up here.
Yeah, he looked down.
Does he throw you tickets?
No, he meets us.
Oh, okay.
I tried to get him to come on the field with me before the game. I'm like, hey, you at the game? He goes, yep. I'm like, okay, well, I'll meet you at 2:06. Let's go to the field. He's like, well, I'm really not at the game.
You get to go down to the field?
I did this weekend.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Running some out patterns for Bake?
No.
That's what I asked. I told him he should run the 40. Show him your speed.
Let me, if I do go to Colorado next year, I was supposed to go to Colorado this year, but I just got busy with Ronnie's,
Oh, yeah.
Next year, what I used the time for Ronnie's wedding, which I had to go, and I wanted to go, and I'm glad that I went.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I can use that weekend to go to the Buffalo Colorado game.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
But I'm actually going to make Dion, not make him, but just ask him super nice, and we're boys, if I could catch a couple balls from Shador.
Oh, that'd be
Don't
awesome
you think that'd be kind of cool?
Oh, yeah.
Badass.
Future NFL.
Then I'd see Dion can't run anymore. I'd be like, Dion, will you cover me? And I'm going to try to, you cover me, and then me and I'm going to try to run a route that Shador tells me how to. Shador, don't make it long. Give me like a 7. Shador, give me like a quick slant, okay, buddy?
I want you to run a post.
Don't give me a skinny post, because one, I ain't skinny, and two, I can't run no skinny post.
We'll cut the video up, make it look like you just absolutely bodied Dion.
Yeah. I don't think Dion can even walk.
Run.
I don't think he can run at all. I don't think he can run at all.
Well, he has 3 toes on one side?
Well, still.
Toes.
Be like, man, I ran a better. I faked out Dion with 3 toes, cuz.
You see that part out.
But no, hold on. How cool would it have been if when I went to watch, Tom Brady throw pass, give Shador a 2-hour private lesson, and we got some unbelievable footage from that, and that was just, from me being one of only 5-6 people there, having some super exclusive footage of Tom Brady showing Shador Sanders. At that time, Shador Sanders was a verbal commit to Willie Taggart at Florida Atlantic.
Yep.
That's how, that's how before all this nonsense happened. Then he went on to Jackson State, and I think he threw for 12,000 yards in 2 years.
He was insane there.
And then he had how many yards did Shador have this year? 4,000.
I think a little under.
Alexa,
last game.
How many yards did Shador Sanders throw for this year?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
How do you not know that?
How do you not know that? I even asked it in a very efficient way. Dumb bitch.
He threw for 3,230 yards.
And 3,230, and how many touchdowns?
27 touchdowns, 3 interceptions.
All right. So, Dan.
27 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, Dan, we got these new backpacks. By the way, don't try to go to Bubba Army merch, Bubba Army store, BubbaArmyShop.com and buy these, because they're long gone. I'm to the point where I might order a whole nother round of them.
It's awesome.
But it'll take us 8 to 10 weeks to get them. But we sold. Remember the tactical bags where you hold your gun, you can put your car keys, your wallet,
Yes.
And all of us have one.
Yes, they're good.
We sold out of those. That was a backpack type sellout. So I ordered new ones the minute we sold out. Takes 8 weeks to get. I think we're getting them today. They'll go up on the site tomorrow. I might order some brand new backpacks.
That's awesome.
As well. Dan, so backpacks, the backpacks that I got, they're $34.99. I may raise them to $39.99 next time, just because I think
Why not?
I think I killed myself.
Yeah.
Because they're $55. They're $55 backpacks all day.
Yep.
And so I need to make a little more money. So I wanted to see what the younger generation would think of my backpack. And so I only know one guy that's got a teenage daughter and a teenage son, which is Dan Diaco, co-host of the program. And so, Dan, you went into your son first, I think. and
Yes.
then your daughter second. This is last night, but probably before they were getting ready to go to bed. What time do your kids? Do rich spoiled kids have a bedtime?
No, they define their own.
See, again.
Wow.
Rich spoiled kids don't have their bed. Meanwhile, man, Lummy, I had a bedtime.
Oh, me too.
I did.
Yeah.
Up until like my maybe sophomore, junior year, I had a bedtime.
Yeah, like 14, 15,
9
yeah.
o'clock, man. 9 o'clock in bed.
They laugh at 9.
Yeah. Anna, did you have a bedtime?
I'm trying to think. I think my parents just let me do my own thing.
Yeah.
Because I always had homework. I was doing homework till like midnight.
I
every night.
had a bedtime.
I had a bedtime until I was like 14, 15 years old.
About the same
Me too.
here.
Yeah.
Did you have one too, Dan?
Oh, strict one.
See,
My mom was
Arlene,
super strict.
Look how good those kids turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Bedtimes, man. Structure. Here we
like
go. This is probably past 10 o'clock when you're out doing this.
Nah, this is like about 8:30.
This is Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire. And
I'm in my mansion.
we're going to present the Bubba Army backpack. I want to see Danny's reaction. So, Danny.
So Dan is in his room. Is this a blue light that he's got?
No, it's just he's just got the TV on. He's playing Madden.
Right. And this is his Madden chair.
Yeah, it's his gaming chair.
And this is his gaming setup and headphone setup and all kinds of deal.
Yes.
And then like maybe a desk over here kind of deal, where you can put a big tumbler full of whatever the hell he needs.
Gatorade and alcohol.
And
Is that a football
Gatorade
helmet?
and Tito's.
Yes, it is.
And then what?
That's a football helmet?
Where's a football
On
helmet?
his
Right
bed.
there.
Oh, that's a football helmet.
Survidel Flex. What's it called?
All right.
Oh,
Speed
really?
Flex.
Oh.
All right. So
Doing Oklahomas before bed.
yeah, is he doing Oklahoma's before bed?
Yeah, he headbutts the dog.
Here we go. Here we go. He's, and now, by the way, does Danny have no idea you're coming up?
He has no idea.
Perfect. That even makes it better.
Okay, pause that for a sec. You're winning 22-3. Okay.
What'd you say?
Are you winning 22-3? Yes.
Check this out. Tell me what you think.
I got a gift. Thank you, Daddy.
That's cool.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, isn't it? Dude, it's got 1 million pockets, and it's got a USB charging port too. So you can hook something up on the inside, it'll charge. It's got a big pad laptop case.
I like that he's really kind of going through it.
Yeah.
He looks genuinely impressed.
He does.
Yeah, he thinks it's cool.
Yeah.
He liked it. He thought it was cool. It was genuine.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's cool.
He's going through. I mean, he's really looking.
He's trying to figure out all the. There's a million zippers and straps and pockets and.
I think it's badass. All right, cool. I'm glad. All right, thank you. Say thanks.
You can't have it, but
Bubba.
I'm taking it back.
yeah, give it to your
Say
sister.
Bubba Army.
Bubba Army.
He's
Cute.
embarrassed. He's
Told
embarrassed.
you.
He's looking for that $100 you promised them.
Yeah, where's that
He's like,
$100 bill?
which compartment, Dad, did you put the Benjamin in? Just asking for a friend, kid. All right, now, Dan, here's the other end of the spectrum, right? This is your lovely daughter. Now, Danny's how old?
Danny's 12.
12. And Sophia's 16?
Almost 16. She's 15 3/4.
When is her birthday?
March.
She's going to be 16.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got her learner's permit. You've been teaching her how to drive,
A
right?
little bit, yes.
Has she got to drive the Ferrari yet?
No.
Dan, that's the next video.
No, it's not the next video. It's going to be in a couple months.
I know. The next video, Dad takes girl with only learner's permit out in Ferrari. That'd go viral right there.
Oh,
yeah. She get on it a little bit, or are you afraid she'd wad it up?
I'm not afraid she'd wad it up. I'm just afraid that she'd just without even making a huge mistake, just kind of float into another lane and sideswipe somebody. That's what her biggest, I think, vulnerability is.
And that's your baby. I mean, that is your absolute. Not your
The car?
Not
The car?
Not the
No,
car. No, not Sophia. The car. The car.
yeah,
They're talking about his daughter.
Let me hold on. Those are both your babies.
Yeah.
Those are both your babies. All right, here we go.
Now we're
Dan, what kind of artwork's this? Did you get that at the fair back in '86?
Dude, that is fine art. You have no idea. That was painted by my friend Todd DeCercio. It's his masterpiece, his lifetime opus masterpiece. It's called Poseidon and his Ocean. and it's
Maybe it looks better in real life. I don't
you
know.
can see if you look at that face, Bubba. It's 5 faces looking at you,
Bubba, if you
blended
stare
together.
Oh yeah, hold on. I can do what? Let me.
If you stare at it long enough in person, you find a lot of cool
Oh,
things.
I see what you're.
I can see a face in here.
There's a profile face, a head-on face, and then 3 sub faces.
How much did you have to pay? A lot of money.
My dad paid thousands and thousands for it 20 years ago. It's probably worth about $75,000 now.
Whoa!
Really?
And that's an original.
Yeah.
I know. I'm stealing.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get Sophia's reaction.
Here we go.
Hey, Sophie.
Oh, she's got like. Now, hold on. Does she got like a little feeder room into her bedroom?
It's not her bedroom. It's downstairs. It's the TV room.
Oh, she's in the
upstairs.
TV room.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think about this backpack.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Who's this guy?
Oh,
Wait a second.
hold on.
Getting
That's
comfortable.
not little Danny.
Hold on. First of all, am I assuming this is Romina?
Yeah, that's Romina.
This is Romina.
At first, I thought that was Sophia.
Well, first of all,
Yeah.
you can just tell Romina just by her straight body language, because she knows what Dan's doing. He must have discussed it with Dan, or just Dan's utter presence makes her want to fold her arms and be in a bad mood.
Yeah, you can see by the body language how much she likes me.
She cares about you.
Yeah, and who's this guy?
Now, hold on now.
Whoa.
Dan.
I'm surprised you got this on camera.
Dan.
What?
Your kid is only 15. I don't know that she needs to have her boyfriend up in the cut.
He looks pretty comfortable on that couch.
Yeah, but Romina's there with him.
yeah,
So it's, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
even being in that, I mean, okay,
Oh, my
great.
God.
I mean, they should be like yes, Romina's there, a parent's there, but like, I don't know if you're all laid up in the cut like that at 15.
This guy looks like he owns the place.
Just saying, Dan.
Is he drinking a beer?
Kids have no.
yeah, he's drinking a beer, smoking a joint. And
kids have no.
He's having sex in front of Romina.
Kids have no bedtime. And then at 15, and she's cute as hell. She's all up in the cut. What looks like a guy that's in his master's degree at USF.
What do you think about this backpack?
First of all, now hold on, Dan. Dan, Dan. Can I
Sure.
be inappropriate?
I don't know.
Well, I don't want to be inappropriate,
This is
but can I?
getting very
okay, hold on.
uncomfortable.
Dan.
What? Yes,
I
yes,
don't
yes,
want to
yes.
be I don't want to be inappropriate, but may I point something out?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
Watch out. You roll up in there.
Backpack.
Why are you filming me?
Now, why are you filming me? And then she's adjusting her shirt. Like maybe a guy had his hand up in there.
No, Romina was right there. You're wrong. Wrong.
No, you can see both of his hands.
Okay. But she's
She's
obviously
adjusting herself.
Well,
That's fine.
but Dad, and she obviously first thing out of her mouth is, "Why are you taping me?"
Well, at least you know Dr. Dan didn't pre.
Here you go. Here, hold on.
Why are you filming me?
Because I need.
It's just in backpack.
It's just some backpack. Here we go. Now, Dan.
This is what you wanted, though, right?
Yeah, but I'd like to try to
Organic.
have her
Oh, my
maybe
God.
by herself instead of with her boyfriend, freshly made out.
Okay, this is way more compelling.
Okay, but she's gonna not put. She's not. Okay, let's just see how it works. Hold on here.
Who is this guy?
Now, one thing we'll say the bid is if you gave it to the dude and he gets a chance to look at it too.
And he likes
Does
it.
he say anything?
Hold on.
That's fine.
Bubba Army? You think it's cool though? Look at the backpack itself. Check it out.
Why is something in there?
Huh?
Something in there?
There's nothing in it. Just check it out like it's a backpack.
Backpack.
It's just a backpack. Would you ever use a backpack like that?
To school?
Yeah.
No.
That was such a hard no.
Yeah.
No hesitation.
Hold on.
Yeah.
No. Don't post that.
Okay.
You're gonna post it.
It's all right.
Now hold on. This is what I don't understand, Sophia. You are and I'm not trying to be creepy on my boyfriend's daughter, but you're absolutely gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're funny. You're cute. You have a personality. Why wouldn't you want you don't look like you're like just naturally a cute girl. Why wouldn't you want that posted? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dan, if she was 300
She didn't want to
pounds.
hurt your feelings, I think.
No,
She's just being modest.
I know. She's just very beautiful. She should never worry about,
Where'd the
anything
boyfriend go?
Not your
What,
style.
did you just get out of there?
Not your style.
Not for school, like maybe at an airport.
Okay, but it's a cool backpack though, right? It's just not for school for you.
What'd she say?
I don't know.
Why are you
but
filming me?
She's like, "Why are you filming me?" Listen,
He's so
listen.
cute.
What? She is so cute.
For you.
Why are you filming me?
It's just not for school for you.
Why are you filming me? Now, Dan, the only thing that could have made this better, first of all, do you know the dude's name?
Yeah, Julian.
Julian, what do you think about it from a guy's perspective? Then throw it to him, and then, gotten his perspective. But
Yeah, you didn't ask for that, so I didn't. I tried to actually
know there was gonna
exclude
be a
it.
guy over.
I excluded it.
You could have
I was
said,
trying to
though,
keep him out of
but what you
the
could have
shot.
said is, hey, Julian, would you want to go on camera and discuss what you think about this backpack? You could have said that.
You're right.
Forget about the backpack. What do you think about Julian?
Yeah.
He's a nice kid. His mom's a hover mom, and he wrestles.
what?
His mom's a hover mom.
What
Like a
is
helicopter parent?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What's
a
a-
helicopter?
what's a hover?
Helicopter mom. I meant.
How long have they been dating?
Look at
do.
that's Dan's wife right there.
Well, she sees him with his
She looks
phone
great.
up.
Well, by the way, she's absolutely
She's a
hot.
hottie.
She's hot as hell.
Yeah.
But she hates Dan.
She's not watching the TV, by the way.
No,
she's peripheral vision, hardcore to the left. Just
Boy, I mean, she's like, I hate my husband.
I don't think that's what it is. I think she's keeping an eye on that kid.
Dan said, yeah, it is.
Okay, maybe.
You should have, Dan, if you would have turned it to her and say, Romina, what do you think about the backpack?
Stupid.
That would have been great.
Is this the family you had to meet for dinner? The parents?
Now,
Yes.
where are Sophia and what's the guy's just his first name?
Julian.
Where are they as far as longevity as to how long they've been together?
Like 6, 7 weeks, something like that. Does that sound
6,
about
7
right?
weeks. Now,
I don't know.
does he go?
From that dinner?
Okay,
7
yeah,
weeks ago, maybe?
about 2 months, yeah.
Does he go to school with her?
No, he doesn't. He goes to a different school.
She goes to all girls school.
And how did they meet?
His best friend is her best friend's boyfriend,
Oh, I see.
and they all went to a formal together, but she didn't go with him. She went with somebody else, and they ended up switching.
All right, hold on now.
Oh, swapping?
Swapping.
Hold on here. Hold on.
Hold on there.
Hold on. So,
Date swap.
Julian's best friend dates one of Sophia's best friends.
Yep.
Okay, so then they're like, hey, Sophia, my boyfriend's best friend's name's whatever, and we're going to this formal. So she goes to the formal with guy A, doesn't get along with guy A.
Gets along, but nothing, he's just a little, just a random
Whatever. Not
friend.
like Julian. And she meets Julian. Now, is Julian at this formal with another girl too?
Yep.
And they ain't jiving?
I guess not.
So Sophia ain't jiving, Julian ain't jiving, but Sophia and Julian start jiving.
Jiving on the side.
Now, is there a lot of jiving going on?
I don't know if there's not much jiving. But
do you think
I don't think they've been jiving.
Do you think they've kissed?
Probably.
Oh, come on, Dr. Dan. You know
so
they've
comfortable.
kissed. Look at how they're cuddled up.
Yeah, if that's what they're doing in front of her, imagine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Wait till you have a kid.
And Romina's like, I'm on, prison watch here. I got to be the prison guard because Dan wants to, do whatever. Because you know what? Because 92% of the time he's not even in this home. He's in the carriage house behind it. Huh, fancy to see you in here.
Oh, doing something for Bubba, I see.
Did she even acknowledge him?
Not really.
Dan, she knew it was a Bubba Army backpack, didn't she?
Oh, of course.
I need to have the cameras out.
And she, let's just be honest, for the most part, doesn't like me or likes the amount of time you spend working on the air with me.
She loves you.
Dan.
What?
Please.
She loves you.
Dan, let's just be intellectually honest.
Okay, she hates your guts.
Absolutely.
Resents every moment I'm with you.
She hates me.
Yes.
And she hates the fact that you spend as much time on the show with me.
Yes.
And she hates what the show does to you.
Yes.
And she hates there's nothing good about me or the show or you being on the show in her world. Nothing.
Bingo.
And so anything to do with me, anything to do with backpacks that's got my name on it, anything to do with you got to go to Orlando in a Sprinter with Bubba and ruin her Saturday, all of that, is under the guise of she hate. Does she, every time I see her, she's always so sweet. Is she really, really, really having to put? I mean, like every time I see her, I'm like, oh, she's always so nice to me and everything. But Dan is, honest to God, please don't worry about crushing my. Is it all fake?
It's all fake, dude. She absolutely hates your guts.
For real? Do you know how tough that is to hear?
That's hurtful.
Oh, well, you asked for the truth, Bubba.
I know.
He was just hoping.
Can you handle the truth? Apparently not.
No.
No, we can't.
You can't handle the truth.
Exactly.
What Dan's gonna say?
You can't handle the truth.
She's got a big weeble wobble with your name on it. She sticks pins in it.
Now, does she let it be known? Like, does Sophia know? Well, her and Sophia are like best buddies.
Yeah, they hate me.
So does Sophia hate me too? Because almost by proxy, mom hates. Because a lot of times daughters will emulate what their mom's like, or what right?
Yes.
And so the hate goes unilaterally to Sophia.
No, Sophia doesn't hate you. And Danny likes you.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I got two.
Sophia's entertained by you. She doesn't hate you at all.
You got 2.5 of the family liking you.
Yeah, but here's I got to go into words, but here fundamentally is what I don't understand. And I don't know if she can understand it. And have you ever explained it to her that saying, Sophia, when I, Dr. Dan Diaco, had it my way, I wasn't going to put boobs on my wife. I wasn't going to. I just wasn't. And then Bubba made me. Those beautiful set of Diacos on your chest that have, Dan, you got to admit, she probably has a lot more confidence now and looks a lot better with having a set of your breast implants on her chest.
I think she looks better.
You think she feels better about herself?
Maybe.
Which makes Dan's life more difficult.
Oh my God, I feel so nauseous.
Once again, we overstep the boundaries of good taste.
The man who will define this cancer eating at the heart of America.
More Bubba the Love Sponge after this.
Dan, I wish Romina didn't hate me so much.
She doesn't really hate you.
Mm-hmm. Love and love.
I don't know if hate's the right word.
Steve told me.
Dislike.
She just doesn't understand you, Bubba.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say contempt.
So her Bubba's like the New York crossword puzzle.
What?
Like a Sudoku.
New York Times.
I can't figure it out.
The New York Times crossword puzzle.
Are you good at crossword puzzles?
My dad was really good. I'm average.
I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
They take too much time.
Puzzles?
Did your dad play them?
My dad did it every day. Huh?
Oh, I was just saying, I did Sudoku for a minute. I got into that.
Yeah, my dad did those puzzles, the crossword puzzle every day.
They're probably good for your mind.
Sure is.
No.
He was pretty good at it.
Kind
Do
of
it
shocked.
in ink, too.
What?
He would do it in ink, in pen.
Oh, that's commitment. I'm kind of shocked Dan videotaped this guy there.
No kidding.
I was like,
Man, Dan's daughter.
you were going to talk about that. Like, there's some fucking dude. God bless him. Oh, I got the Dodge, Bubs.
I was supposed to have the Dodge, but I couldn't find my gym key today.
Oh no, Bubba.
Oh, how convenient.
No, for real.
Okay.
I searched for a fucking 20 minutes before my gym window was.
Did you find it?
No.
Where'd your bell go?
What? What?
I was gonna show you my shoulders. Good job. You see him? You see him?
That's a good shot, yeah.
Did you find the key though, Bubba?
Yeah, later.
No.
Too late. Too late to do anything.
That sucks. Did that rain mess up your track?
No, I don't think so. I don't think we got that much rain, did we?
We got a lot here. I wasn't sure about Ocala. I know they got a little bit.
But look.
was suffering last night, eating too much.
Eating too much.
Yeah. Loaded myself up.
Did you eat more after I left?
At the game? No, but a little bit. And then I got home and then I ate a little bit more.
Jesus. But Dr. Dan has a bottomless stomach. I don't know how you're not fat. My friend said maybe somebody in the U.S. military in Pakistan. Probably right on that. Don't you think?
Say it again, please.
But my Pakistan number is probably coming from somebody, from some U.S. military guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Good morning, Spencer. Duncan Dan, good morning.
Good morning.
I thought that something, Duncan Dan stuff.
Where you on? Where you on?
Me?
Yeah.
Everything. All of them.
Okay. Thank you, Kicks for Guns and Oscar. Oscars, all gas.
What are you eating, Bubs? Chat wants to know. What's up, Iggy?
Renaissance. That movie's 3 hours long.
Oh, I know Star Fox. I was just looking for something creative to say. Got Oscar the Grouch over there.
So let's take that video that I played today from Channel 13, see if we can soup it up a little bit. All right. Thank you. No problem. I missed the gym today.
Call me later. There's a couple guys.
Still looking swole. No, I ain't looking so good right now.
Match. What's up? Fin 212. Body and chat.
Bubba the Love Sponge. It is.
I'm here for the sponge.
Mate, it's all about mate. It's got to be Bubba. I laugh so hard. Bubba the Love Sponge. Ow!
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Please, from the bottom of my heart, I'm asking you to go check out our new, all redone and continuing to be updated and made more user-friendly. I think we might be working on an app right now, but BubbaArmyHQ.com. And that'll be where you'll be able to get today's exclusive podcast. Our after show today is a podcast, my friends. Available wherever you get your podcasting, Spotify, iTunes, Apple, iHeart, or BubbaArmyHQ.com. A couple sad pieces of information. One, Dion just 7 hours ago, probably might actually call Dion.
Oh, what happened?
He says with sad news, it's with sad news to report that Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, and Tracy Edmonds have called their relationship quits.
No.
They both made a mutual decision that it was in the best for them to stay friends. And this is what the post said from them. To everybody who has been there with us and supported us and shown us love, we have mutually decided that it's best for us to move on forward in life as friends and have made the decisions with our love in our hearts, respectful for for each and everybody, and appreciate for the time we've shared together. Please keep us in your prayers as we go through this transition. Thank you for being there for us all these years. We love you and appreciate you so much, Tracy and Dion. So I think he'd been with her for like over 10 years.
I think it's like 12 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like for a while.
They weren't married?
No. She used to date.
Babyface?
Babyface,
Right?
yeah. Yeah.
I looked that up a while ago.
She's hot.
She's a babe.
You know, I have to give them a tip my hat to a classy way of doing it, waiting to the end of the season so it's not a distraction. Good for them. I mean, I'm sorry that it's happening, but they're handling it like really, mature professionals. I appreciate it.
Plus, there's just so many hot chicks in Boulder. I'm not trying to be.
The students.
I'm not. No.
Oh.
I'm just saying,
Is Boulder known for their hot chicks?
How many hot? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
How many hot? Dan. How many hot 35-year-old? Middle
35.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
As long as they shave their arms and don't smell like petroleum oil. So
saying
truly.
Dion's my age. I think he's a couple years younger than me. No, maybe.
He's like 40. I think he's like 52-ish.
No, he's older than that.
Really?
Hey, Alexa, how old is Deion Sanders? He's like 56.
Deion Sanders is 56 years old.
Oh, wow.
Nailed it.
Thank you. So, when you're 56, Dan, pimps, 56-year-old pimps on top of the world, pop culturally, multi-millionaire, very popular. I mean, I think...
Yeah, you're limited from 18 to about 50.
No. I think
everything works.
I think 29 to 40.
Yeah.
You could go
29 to 40.
But yeah.
You can go older than that or younger?
Lower than that.
25 to 40?
25, 40.
Easy.
Yeah, 25.
If Dane Cook can get a 24-year-old, 19-year-old,
Dion's going to get him
that's what I'm saying.
A girl that just graduated from University of Colorado grad school. She's going on to be like a lawyer. She's hot. She was on the gymnastics team.
Mm-hmm.
Like a good age is like 27. No one's calling you a creep when the woman's 27.
See, I like 29.
All right.
Because then, you're like, 29's 30.
Almost 30. Yeah.
29's 30. So, anyway, Dion, good luck to you, my friend. I can't wait to see you. The other sad news is you guys, we all met him. We all met him except for Dan. Dan didn't go to Alex Stein's boxing match. He was out of town, I think you were. Hard telling. But anybody that went to Alex Stein's boxing match here locally, we all had some type of interaction with Hank. Later that night, I named him Cocaine Hank.
Yeah.
Because he's just there at my apartment.
Just aggressively sweating.
Oh, my God. Just
the cowboy hat.
Just everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just the bouncing off the walls, the having to be stimulated, the let's go down to the corner store so we can buy Camel Crushes and Black and Milds and some more alcohol. Cocaine. That's why I named him Lummy Cocaine Hank.
Right.
And then we had Alex Stein on, and he acknowledged that Cocaine Hank would be a good name for Hank. He basically has been Alex Stein's Larry Plummer. He's been with Hank since now. I've been with Larry Plummer since kindergarten. I don't know of anybody that can beat that. I don't know of anybody that can beat that.
Jay.
Where did he meet Pitty?
Kindergarten.
Okay.
I met a friend in preschool I'm still friends with.
No. Not still friends with. I'm talking about like Larry and I
friends.
Like we're best friends. Like we see each other. We live, 1,500 miles away, but we still make it a point to see each other at least 3 or 4 times a year.
JC's Pitty 6 days a week.
Well, I know.
Yeah, that's
so if Jay did meet Pitty in kindergarten, if they did, and they have remained, were they best friends in high school?
Mm-hmm.
Best friends in all. So yeah. The only other person I can think of would be the Jay Pitty relationship. And then Dan after that. Can you think of anybody?
Mm-mm.
So, this was Alex Stein's best friend since 5th grade, very much Jay Pitty, Bubba Larry Plummer like, and they're not saying overdosed.
Oh, come on.
But he died.
Oh, come
my
on.
God.
This is like 2 weeks ago he was here.
It was 1 month to the day. The fight was November 4th.
He died.
Yeah.
And the only information that I'm getting is that he was in a duck blind.
What's that?
And
for hunting.
Oh.
And it was on a frozen lake. And which I don't know.
How can he sit still long enough to hunt?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Hunting would be the worst thing for that guy.
No, it's like Steven trying to hunt. He's the worst hunter of all time.
Right.
He's loud and he won't stop.
Right. So, yeah, like sometimes in hunting, you have to be really quiet.
Yeah, let me be quiet.
And you got to be very still because those deer, whatever, they got unbelievable instincts. They constantly, especially during hunting season, animals are very nervous. Any little sound and they're out of there.
Right.
Because animals know they're being hunted.
Right. And the ones that are skittish are the ones that survive. The ones that are brave are the ones that are eaten.
Right. So he was in a duck blind, supposedly on somewhere on like a frozen lake. Maybe they weren't in Texas. Maybe he was abroad, somewhere like up north or something. And they he had a heart attack.
How old is he? He's same as Alex Stein.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, that's true.
He had a heart attack.
Wow.
And they were trying to revive him. And then I guess the official cause of death, and I'm just getting this from bits and pieces. I know nothing official, but just all from Alex as I was trying to calm him down. Alex was freaked.
He called you first?
Yeah, Alex called me first. He goes, I'm doing bad. I'm really doing bad. Can you call me? And I'm like, what's going on, buddy? And he goes, Hank died, and I'm an absolute mess. And then I called him and talked him through it, but. Here's the information that Alex was able to give me at the time. Hank was in a duck blind hunting ducks, I guess, and had some type of cardiac situation, and that I don't think the people he was with knew what to do, or he might have been by himself. I don't know. I didn't get into it, but Alex said that the formal cause was that that he choked on his own vomit.
Oh.
Now, Dan, when you're having a heart attack, do you sometimes vomit?
Not usually.
So that would lead me to believe that he might have been drunk, or, like you vomit. Your Dan, if you were going to look, if you look at the why a body vomits, like your body does a lot of different things. Like if you're for instance, I had leg cramps Saturday night. Because I worked. I worked at the track all day Friday, and then I worked all day Sunday out back. And I just didn't hydrate enough, and I got those big quad leg cramps at night. Have you guys ever gotten them before?
No, but I heard about them.
Oh, my God.
Just a giant Charlie horse at 2 in the morning.
Yeah. So I took the biggest thing of water I did and chugged it, and then literally I don't think it would. I took like a handful. I'm not kidding you. Probably
magnesium?
15 potassium pills.
Oh, potassium.
And boom. Dan, I don't think 15 potassium pills would kill you, will it? Right.
Maybe give you diarrhea.
Yeah, I got that too. So, but my body, I had did something to my body in order for it to cause it to lock up. Like I dehydrated myself.
Right. Overworked and dehydrated.
Right. So
it
your
happens.
body has certain triggers itself when it's going through trauma and stuff like that. And what is the official trigger of a vomit? Like
it depends. It could be one of 2 or 3 different reasons. One is you've got something that's toxic in your body, and your body's trying to get rid of it.
Right.
And that includes alcohol as a toxin.
Oh, yeah.
So, there's a lot of times the vomit will come from your body feeling as if what you've ingested is a toxin.
Yes.
Or not good.
Mm-hmm.
One.
And then one is sometimes when you just have the flu, you just become nauseous. And again, it's to sort of discourage your body from eating because it doesn't want to eat and wants to heal instead.
So
is it to expel the pathogen as well?
Not usually.
All right. So in Hank's case, if he vomited, one would think that his body was probably rejecting something that he had intaked.
Right, and so even a massive bolus of cocaine can make you nauseous. Alcohol can make you nauseous. Being in a duck blind with two guys you don't know, just waiting for a duck to fly over, can probably make you a little nauseous. And if people don't know how to react to an acute situation, people die. And it's really, really, really important for people to understand what to do in that situation. One of Danny's friends witnessed his grandfather. Right. One of Danny's friends witnessed his grandfather dying in the car with him just about a week ago. And it gave me an opportunity to go through things with Danny. The first thing is, what do you do when something like that happens? Is you immediately call 911. And then do you know how to do chest compressions? And I showed him, how to do chest compressions on someone in case someone is telling you on the phone how to do it. This is exactly how you do it. And I had him practicing, and I played the Bee Gees song.
Staying Alive.
Mm-hmm. It's the right song. It's the right cadence.
By the way,
it's a beat of 101, 105.
Jimmy K just sent me a picture of his pimped out golf cart. He's got a 6-passenger, I guess. He hauls the whole family around in his exclusive neighborhood. And Big Mike from Southwest Photo Golf Course, did the whole customization deal on the deal. And Jimmy K just got his. Looks badass, Jimmy.
Nice.
Love you. Well, most people don't realize, Dan, that when you're doing chest compressions, you have to do them almost so hard that you nearly break a rib.
No,
in order to do them correct. Most people don't do them as deep and hard as you need to. Am I right?
100%. Yes. In fact, breaking a couple ribs is not so bad.
Right. Instead of just
Compared
those
to death. Yeah.
Instead of those baby pushes, I mean, you gotta literally just. I mean, it's exhausting.
It's like you're trying to push the sternum into the spine.
Right.
And what exactly is going on when you're doing chest compressions?
Because your heart and your vascular system, especially the veins, are filled with valves. When you push it and then relax and push it and relax, you're moving blood.
Is it kind of like, Dan, plunging out a clog?
Plunging a toilet, you mean?
Like plunging out a clog. Like if you had a clog and we've all had clogs where you just get the plunger out and go and it unclogs what clogged the pipes up. Are you declogging a valve or
no? You're not declogging a valve. All you're trying to do is when the heart is in fibrillation or VTAC, it's not moving blood. And so you're trying to get it to move blood. And the only way to get it to move blood is to let the heart itself fill and then the heart empty. And so by doing a chest compression, as you push down, you're squeezing the blood out of the heart. And then as you relax, the heart's refilling up with blood. So every time you push, you're moving the heart-size volume of blood through the system.
But what I'm saying is, can that in itself restart your heart?
No. But it prevents your brain from dying, and it prevents the poisons from taking over. So it helps promote oxygenation and get rid of poisons.
So let's say that you were on the golf course and your buddy fell over of a heart attack. You start chest compressions immediately, right?
Right.
Now, you still got your buddy calls in 911.
Right.
Well, it may take
2 or 3 minutes.
15, 20 minutes for the ambulance to get there.
If it took 20 minutes for the ambulance to get there on a heart attack, on a 911 call, someone should go to jail. It should take under 5.
Okay.
But you have 5 minutes to keep that blood moving and keep that brain alive.
That's what I'm saying.
And prevent
if you did
the toxins
you
from
can't
building up.
stop. You cannot say, I'm too tired, I can't keep going.
Well, that's a lot of times people take turns. So you do it for a minute or two, and then someone else does it for a minute or two. It's exhausting. You're covered in sweat. You think you're going to die yourself. It's so hard and so exhausting to do just chest compressions.
Haven't they taken out, with regards to helping somebody in this particular scenario, haven't they taken out the mouth puffs?
Yes, they've reduced
COVID?
that. I don't know why. They think it. They do like these massive studies. So it's just AC now instead of ABC. Is to make sure the airway's open.
Yeah,
and then you do
tilt
chest
the
compressions.
head back and do chest compressions. They've taken the, do 10 and then do 2. Remember back in the day, it was like do 10 compressions and then 2 puffs.
Right.
Remember?
5-1 or 10-2. Yes.
Yeah.
But the problem with that
what did the puff do?
It was trying to put air into the lungs. But when you're doing the chest compressions, you're kind of pushing air in and out of the lungs anyway. Right. So I think that's what they decided.
So they've taken out the mouth puff deal.
Because it's filthy.
And it is.
It's gross.
It is. I mean, you're literally, creating a
Yeah, and by the way, when
Maybe that's what Sophia and her boyfriend were doing. They're working on their CPR techniques.
Exactly. But if someone's
and
dying,
chest compressions.
yeah, if someone's dying and they're like, they need CPR, what's coming out of their mouth is about as disgusting as anything you can ever think of.
Right.
It's either their mouth is completely dried out because they're dehydrated, or they got that like white, like bubbly, foamy crap in their mouth.
Did you know
or
what
it's blood because there was trauma.
Do you know what I bought on Facebook Marketplace?
What?
And I have it here. And
Narcan.
A breather.
An AED machine.
Oh, smart.
And because AED machines save lives.
Yes, they
and
do.
the thing about it, like Dan, we have the Nash brothers. They're not in the best of shape. We got during these Bubba
They're
one.
getting in good shape.
Well, no, they are getting in good shape, but like Wilbur's little afterbirth and honest. Some of the Bubba Army runs big. We're bigger dudes.
Yeah. I get it.
And you know what? And having the get-togethers that we have here, an AED machine.
Which stands for Automated External Defibrillator, for those that don't know.
Absolutely.
Like
Dan will tell you, will absolutely save a person's life, and you don't even have to know how to do. All you literally got to do is put the electrodes on their chest as instructed and turn the machine on, and the machine talks to you. And if for some
reads the beat, it reads the rhythm,
right,
and then tells you to back away because we're going to shock this bitch.
Or and here's the thing about it, Anna, if you put it, let's say you just fainted and you didn't need an AED machine. You just fainted. You got lightheaded, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I've had that happen before.
And somebody was like, "Oh my God, she's having a heart attack," and they misdiagnosed you, and they put the little pads on
Send
you.
you a video.
No, here's the deal. AED machine will tell you not needed.
Nice.
Like Dan will tell you, like right now the AED machine, like if you put the pads on somebody that's not having a cardiac moment that's made for that machine, it just says it
normal sinus rhythm.
It won't do anything. So I did buy one of these.
That's awesome.
And we have one upstairs.
Nice.
With I'd go upstairs and maybe you should probably put it downstairs. I don't know.
Yeah.
Closer the better.
But I got one.
Nice.
It was $150 for the unit, but it had a dead battery. In full disclosure, I bought it from a dentist office that was going out of business, and I think I paid like $110 for the machine or something like that. And then I had to buy 2 new batteries, and so I got one. Dan, you should probably have one.
I have a big boy defibrillator. You actually use your hands and clear, and I get to deliver the shock.
You got the jewels?
Yeah.
Here you go.
A life-saving device that can give your heart an electric shock when it has stopped in a cardiac arrest. AED is short for Automated External Defibrillator. An AED can be used on adults and children over 1 year old.
Why are we taking advice from a guy in a stretched-out T-shirt and jeans?
Hold on. Probably get it there. So Dan, while you're pumping on the chest, I go get the AED machine.
Call for help now.
Yeah,
help!
Remove all clothing from patient's chest.
The machine said to take off her clothes.
Yeah.
Open bag.
See, and it tells you complete. Like you could be mildly bam bam bam. And like it'll tell you how to do it. I mean, you could be mildly, a slow learner.
What if you're Spanish though, and it's telling you in English?
You have to buy a Spanish one, Dan.
I guess so.
Look at pictures on pads. Peel one pad off blue plastic.
All right.
Apply pad.
I'm trying to think if you and I, could do this.
I think we could, hopefully.
Exactly as shown in the picture.
All right, so
pad firmly.
Put one pad there.
Peel other pad off blue plastic. Apply pad to big.
And you're right, Dan. I don't even think she's going hard enough, but she's going pretty hard, and I'd be tired.
Fast. She's going fast.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Whether your mother, whether your brother. It's
evaluating heart rhythm.
Stop compression, Susan. Stand back.
Stand by.
Stand clear, everyone.
Shock. Everyone clear.
So Dan, they're saying they're going to shock the patient, right?
Yeah, back away, bitch.
And do not touch.
Right, because you'll get shocked.
Not touch patient.
Stand back.
Shock.
Shock delivered. Provide chest compressions and rescue breath.
Oh, now it's telling you breathe.
All right. Now will they shock it again?
Depends.
The AED would instruct you to continue CPR for 2 minutes before it reanalyzes. The AED could say no shock advised, continue CPR. If the casualty shows signs of becoming responsive, place them in the recovery position. Leave the AED attached. Continue to follow the voice and or visual prompts that the machine gives you until help arrives. So remember.
All right, enough of that. We got one of those.
Weird accent. I can't place that.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Let me go to words. Kiss. Yes. Play. Kiss. Kiss. Everybody put your hands together for Kiss. Anyway, Kiss play. They played their final concert last night at Madison Square Garden.
Until the next farewell tour next year.
How many times is Elton John, Aerosmith, Billy Joel, Kiss, Metallica.
Did you say Aerosmith already?
Yeah.
Okay.
AC/DC. Like, how many more final concerts are they going to have?
40 years ago, Bubba, I totaled my car coming home from the Who's final tour.
Right.
40 years ago, they're still doing concerts.
You got duped.
What were you driving back then?
Dodge Omni 024, totaled it on Dale Mabry in Hillsborough at about 50 miles an hour. Guy pulled out in front of me and I T-boned him. Almost died.
Oof.
And you were coming back from a Who concert?
It was the Who, and opening up for them was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, as well as the B-52s. Wow. And the redhead got pulled off the stage because someone hit her in the head with a bottle because they sucked so badly.
Was it at the Sun Dome where?
Nope. It was in Orlando.
Oh, it was in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Now, had you been partying at all?
No, I was like 17.
Oh. He was responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, Kiss plays its final concert, and then they had, at the end of their final concert, they had this special announcement, and everybody's freaked out about it. And it's what I guess ABBA is currently doing.
The virtual.
Yeah, they're gonna
concert.
go. Kiss told everybody, "This is our final concert. We're gonna see Gene on stage. From now on, everything's just gonna be like a hologram deal."
Like Tupac.
I mean, ABBA fans might be able to put up. The Kiss fans are not. Being like, no way. We're Kiss fans. We got to be here. We got to see Gene Simmons spraying blood all over the studio. Like, we can't have a virtual Kiss.
They'd be better off just getting 4 more jabronis and putting the makeup on them and having them tour like that.
You mean like Kiss?
Kiss 2.
Kiss do?
Kiss do.
The voice of reason has spoken. More Bubba the Love Sponge after this.
I couldn't even name a Kiss song.
Rock and roll.
Beth.
Oh, that's Kiss songs? Yeah, wouldn't know.
I want to ever read that.
Beth.
Beth?
Beth, I hear you calling, but I can't
How old
come
is
home
James
right
I'm
now.
gonna say 67.
Because me and the boys are playing, and we just can't find the sound.
Isn't he nice you was born
Just
in-
a few more
Oh, he was born in
hours,
fucking Israel.
and I'll be right back to
I never knew he was born in
you.
Israel.
Beth, I hear you calling. Oh, Beth, what can I
Born
do?
to Heinwitz.
Beth, what can I
I
do?
didn't know he was like fucking Israeli.
Yeah.
That's the whole song.
He's going to start fighting
From
for the
Jewish
IDF.
refugees from Hungary. Wow, that's an interesting. What does he actually look like?
Good looking like that.
I mean,
He's actually a pretty big guy, I think, isn't he?
I think so.
Who, Gene Simmons? He's big as fuck.
I know with the heels he's big, but in real life, is he like 6'2", 6'3"?
No, like 6'6".
Really?
Like 6'4".
He's that massive?
6'4".
I thought he was like 6'2"-ish maybe. I think he was after. He is 6'2" according to Wikipedia. So he's big. He's a big guy.
But he's 6'6", 6'7" with those fucking boots
Yeah,
on.
I'm sure he's massive with the boots on. And the shoulder pads. And the hair.
Lummy's just massive. Massive amount of fucking nothing.
Ouch. What the hell?
Just kidding, Lum. I didn't get my gym in, Lum. I'm in a bad mood.
I'm sorry, Bubba. I'll kick some ass for you. But I mean, Bubba, like you said, you were doing the grader, so that was an extra workout you did. Forearms looking good. Quads all muscled up.
I wanna rock and roll all night. Party every day. I can name a Led Zeppelin song. Stairway to Heaven. But I don't think I can name any more Led Zeppelin songs. Like, I can identify them. Who's the lead singer of Led Zeppelin? Who's the lead singer of Led Zeppelin?
Robert Plant.
Robert Plant. I can identify that one. Is he alive?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that was in Pink Floyd that you hear everywhere? He's like a
Roger Walters, maybe?
That. You know what I'm talking about?
Huh?
Pink Floyd guy who's like really political.
Yeah.
That's U2. That's
What the fuck is
U2.
his name?
That's U2.
U2?
No,
He's Bono.
Roger Waters. Thank you.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's on his way back now.
Where?
Fixing something.
Thank you, HS Bubba.
Wiring shit up.
Here comes the plant protein.
Plant protein, no calories.
600 grams of protein.
But it has
0
protein
grams.
but no calories.
No calories. No.
But
Yeah.
just protein.
Just protein.
Okay.
Just for calories.
Avocado. Is that Jay?
That's it. Avocado 575. It could be.
This one from Much?
Yeah.
Every day. Morning, big longer. Oh, yeah.
My $60 milkshake.
Oh yeah, no thanks.
Who's Roger Waters? Who are we talking about?
I asked who the guy from Pink Floyd was that's like really political. And they helped me out.
I think my favorite Eastern European Jewish band is Rush.
Rush?
Rush. And the men of all high places.
The band?
The band.
They're Jewish? I know they're Canadian. I didn't know that.
I'm hungry, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate them. They're horrible.
You like Rush? I like Rush. You never liked Rush?
Homie, the Packers.
I never knew
That changed playoff things a little bit last night, didn't it?
100%. What are they, 6-6 now?
Yeah, they're tied with I think Seattle and Minnesota for the 8th spot.
I'm out in the car listening to Bubba the Love Sponge. Oh. Love you guys.
Gotta be Bubba.
Wondering who he's going to yell at next.
Yeah.
People from all
facets of life can relate to this show, and that's why I like it.
I love it. I can't get enough.
Bubba the Love Sponge. Exactly.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bubba Army HQ. Start and stop with that, my friend. Lummy, I've been I found a whole bunch of cassettes.
Oh, nice.
From like Power Pig, Hot 102 in Milwaukee. I figured we can probably put that in as a subsection. Up there, Bubba past radio stations or whatever.
That was a project I was doing back in 2008. We found all of those audio tapes, and I had to listen to them and cut them up.
Really?
There's some good stuff on there.
Well, we need to, whatever happened to that project? Did you get pulled off so that you could get your back eaten off by a grizzly bear?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Just to let everybody know, Bubba 199 is Friday the 15th of this month, which happens to be also our last terrestrial show, morning show for the terrestrial stations, the 6 to 10ers, I should say. So Friday the 15th will be your last show. Lummy, I think you and Red and everybody are working on best ofs for the affiliates to get those.
Yes.
So that's then Friday night at the 15th, 8 to 10, we'll do Bubba 199. And then the 18th, 19th, 20, 21, and 22, we're going to do 11 to 1. And that will be streaming / Bubba Army HQ / podcasting only.
Nice.
So we're going to do one. We'll figure out the logistics of that with regards to podcasting, but the daily show will be 11 to 1.
Nice.
And it'll be available, I think, probably on Rumble, YouTube, Twitch. Will we have our other machines working by then so we could go? Because we're trying to go like on Twitter and Facebook as well, but our latest distribution stuff kind of got locked up after 3 because we were doing 5 for a while. Now we're down to 3 because what? Because they promised
bandwidth.
I don't know. Lummy, Red, Amach, whoever wants to fill in on this deal. Will we ever get back to the 5 to 7 to unlimited deal? Will we ever get there?
Yeah, that's what we're working
Red,
toward.
are you available to speak your input here, buddy?
Yes.
Oh, Macho. So, Macho, will we ever get back to the full nuts?
That was Rat. But yeah, we will.
We will?
I mean, we're
waiting.
Just waiting.
We're
waiting on.
We're waiting on them, right?
Waiting on them.
Okay, cool.
I was told that we want to get some other things dialed in first before we focus on video.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. Appreciate it. And then so the 18th to the 22nd, 11 to 1 will be the main show. The roast will then be on Friday the 22nd, and it's going to be 8 to 10, and it'll be exclusively on YouTube. Celebrating our 100,000th subscriber, Lummy, to our The Bubba Army channel YouTube channel.
Thank you.
And we're like almost at 102,000 now.
Yeah, we're getting there close. We're getting close.
Rhett's got some new, like Karen Angle, Kurt Angle, Hogan, Bischoff. We'll probably make the Dan's kids backpacking. Dan, you think we should make that into a video, or should we keep that one down due to the Sophia didn't want to be on camera?
No, do what you need.
Oh.
Which is going to make Romina hate me even more.
Jay's here.
Oh, good.
Distraction.
Needed it. Did you hear today, Jay, that Dan Bona finally says Romina hates me?
Hates his guts.
But I heard the clarification afterwards.
Well, I didn't. I didn't even know. What was the clarification?
He said, not really.
No, yeah. If he was to be intellectually honest, though. Like if I took him aside.
She doesn't hate you, Bubba.
I don't know if hate's
she
the right
resents
word.
you. She just resents you.
Oh, that's so much better. Wow.
I think she's just a little jelly.
No, that's it. That's true. It's just she's a little jelly, your relationship with Danny. How easy it is, how close it is, and how he'll do anything for you.
But we'll do nothing for her.
Right.
And sometimes
Can you help me put up the Christmas lights? Only if Bubba doesn't need me.
Oh, wow.
Can I get Lummy over here to help?
Yeah. All right. Well, so
he knows that's true.
Then we'll be off the 21st. I'm sorry, from Monday the 25th until Monday the 1st. I think we start back Tuesday the 2nd. I think, Lummy. Now, Lummy, were we going to do a white elephant deal too?
Well,
I hope so.
We talked about it, but we weren't sure now with the roast.
Oh yeah, we're doing the roast.
That's keeping me up at night.
We're doing the roast, and then we're doing the white. Lummy, I think we don't do the white elephant deal, and we just concentrate on the roast.
Okay.
Because people really need to prepare for that.
I floated a couple across my family, and they're like, "Keep trying, Dad."
Ouch.
Really?
I swear to God, they're like, "It's supposed to be funny."
They were basically your family.
You just
was
need like
calling-
3
My
minutes.
son thought it was. I mean, my first few just went right over the bow.
All right, so
I need
no
help from
white
Steven.
elephant.
No.
I need help.
Did you run it by Candle? Because
Yeah.
she would be a good litmus.
It was both of them.
Oh, Candle even said,
Keep trying.
Right.
Wow.
Buddy.
Thank you. I'm going to keep running them by them. If I can get it by her and Trey, I'll be okay.
Well, Dan's the roast master.
I know.
So, Dan, have you been preparing for it?
Sure have.
You really have?
Mm-hmm.
Kiss fans flock to Madison Square
So
Garden.
nonchalant.
Kiss fans.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you want me to do? I mean,
Nice.
do you want me to show you notes? Do you want me to
No.
do video of me like practicing?
No. Have you? But do you have that? Any
But
of that?
if you asked Bubba, he'd do it for you.
No, but if you had any of that, boy, that would be solid gold.
No, but I think about it constantly, and I have 3/4 of it already in my head.
Now you know you gotta know the roster there because they're open game to
I
your roasting
understand.
too.
No, I got a joke or two for everybody.
Kiss fans flock to
I
Madison
got a
Square Garden tonight
lot
for
of
the
jokes for
band's
Anna.
Oh,
No, I'm teasing.
final performance. It's the last night of the End of the Road World Tour.
I had to go to Brian's office last week and get it and give a clarification. He was like, "Hey, he ran 2 by me. They weren't involving me. They were involving other people on the show."
Dan.
Anna, don't be that person. We don't know.
You said it.
I did not.
Nope. But he did not
I did
say
not
who
say
was.
it was. You just automatically said it was about you, and I go, no, it wasn't necessarily about you. And then you said Dan, and I said, let's keep moving on. In your own little sick, whatever world you live in,
Sick world.
you're the one that wants it to be either you or Dan. What if it was about Macho Man? What if it was about Lummy? What if it was about Rhett and he likes big African American women? So I did it to make a clarification for Babyface, and it was like, no, it's gonna be a problem.
Kiss started here in New York City 50 years ago. Fans
Actually, Kiss Army started. Look it up, bitches. I'll drop the mic on you. The Kiss Army started in Terre Haute, Indiana. Look it up. I'll ask the bitch. Hey, Alexa, where did the Kiss Army start?
The Kiss Army fan club began in Terre Haute,
Yeah.
Indiana, in 19...
Bubba. This actually
when?
came out in our trial. Remember that?
What's that?
Because they were trying to make Bubba Army like it was a real army, Dan. And we had to talk about the Kiss Army.
Yeah.
Bieber Fever.
Yeah.
Like it was a real army.
They were-
I mean, it's a real
Hold on, but
group
that-
of people.
hold
I
on, but
love the
that-
Bubba Army, but I mean,
careful.
they literally made it seem like I had a guy on the stand, Danny, and I said, "You think the Bubba Army's real?" I'm like, "They have any meetings? Is there any are you a general?"
Has Bubba ever led you guys to any meetings and with any marching orders to do
It
anything?
was chain of command. It was hilarious.
Yeah, and we're like, it's not a real army.
And I'm a general.
But how pathetic is the people we were going against that was they were even using that as an excuse.
But the jury got that.
I got it. Phil, let me tell you.
army to kill me.
Phil, his listeners are called an army. You know that.
He's got an army of listeners.
He's got an army of them, and they'll do what they'll say. He's the general. That's where we're going to go. Phil, use that in your argument, Phil.
Brilliant.
Use that in your argument, Phil.
are remembering what the band means to them.
It's the greatest show on earth. It's empowering. That's what it is. I don't sing about what's going on in the world. I just sing about living in the moment.
I think Kiss is a band that keeps finding another way to do things differently. And if anything, that's inspiring. And like Chris said, it's empowering.
You got a bunch of old dudes up there playing music. That's what you got.
No, these guys are looking for new ways
old
to
dudes
do
watching
things
them.
differently.
So we can take from that and keep moving forward.
In addition to
Here you go. This is the big whodunit right here.
ending their touring, Kiss says it has no plans to record another album.
Oh,
My mom
Kiss
thought it was
fans
kids in
flocked
Satan's
to Madison
service.
Square
We weren't allowed to
Garden
listen to
tonight.
him.
What?
My mom thought it was kids in Satan's service, KISS. We weren't allowed to listen to him.
Really?
Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne was, Satan music. I mean, kidding me, Crazy Train?
I wanna bring something to the forefront, but I think it'll just end up causing problems with Arlene's parenting skills compared to Dan's parenting skills.
Oh.
I gotta hear it.
Well, I mean,
I saw the video.
Well, I'm trying to be mindful of creating unbelievable content, Dan, putting you a little bit on the hot seat, but not ruining your family life.
Delicate balance.
I mean,
It's a juggling act.
You think that I just sit back here and fire, No, I'm back here trying to do highly calculated moves of content, saying that, man, I can get Jay all stirred up. I could get an inner family battle going on. I got anytime you can use the words, what would Arlene do? That's brilliant. Like if you can get Arlene into the fold of whatever you're talking about, that's usually good. And but it might be at Dan's family life's expense.
Well, you're pretty good at not carpet bombing. You're more of a surgical, strike.
All right. So let me just say this.
You're like the IDF.
Not that within your sibling structure, Jay, did you have a sister? Because you didn't.
Correct.
You had Steve, who got his ass whipped because he just wouldn't keep his mouth shut. He's got you as the baby who learned and would start crying before your mom started to hit you so that you'd only get one or two of them.
True.
And then you got Dan, who really thought he was John Travolta, Danny Guido guy out there. And I'm sure he got enough, but he quickly figured out how to outsmart Arlene. I'm kind of thinking that.
Yeah,
or so he thought.
Well, at the end, he just said, I get good grades. He didn't deny anything that he did.
So I don't know if you didn't see the video of Sophia not liking the backpack.
I did, actually.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay. Well, then, that makes this far easier. And the fact that, what would Arlene do if there was a dude up in the cut, right, like laying right beside her at 15?
Well, we wouldn't be on the couch, and there wouldn't be a blanket. That's the
blanket wasn't over; it was on her feet. I saw the blanket.
Okay. I'm just saying that really struck me as crazy odd, if you will. And Arlene wouldn't have that for a minute. Arlene would have you guys on all four corners of the whole room. There was there even, hey, now hold on. When you guys started dating, like Danny, you're the oldest, so you probably got interested in girls, just naturally a little bit sooner than your brothers because you're older. And your testosterone at 13, 14 is going way faster than Jay's at 7.
But we weren't allowed to bring our girlfriends home when my mom wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying.
That was the rule.
But so Dan, you were the first one to probably started liking girls. What was the rules with regards to bringing a girl that you were?
We never brought girls home.
Ever.
We never brought girls home.
Never.
Never.
I had a serious girlfriend, and then I brought her home, and it was only when my mom was around, and we were never in rooms alone. Never.
And so, Dan, even in high school, while you lived under your mom's roof, you never brought a girl home.
Really? I don't recall.
Dan, what would you say every time before we walked out of the door?
Keep
your pecker in your pants.
Hold on, your mom would say
Jesus,
that?
Yes.
Arlene.
Every time we walked out the door in high school.
Wow. Let alone bring them home, right?
It's such a simple little thing. But as a kid, you think of that.
But those are two completely different topics, Jay. He's talking about bringing people to the house.
Right. And he's also talking about sexual activity.
No, not really.
No, not really. He was talking about bringing girls to the house is what he's talking about.
Afraid of mom, for
Get on the
sure.
right page.
You were afraid of mom.
None of us brought girls home.
No,
you wouldn't even begin. You wouldn't even know where to begin to ask.
No.
Right?
Did you guys date in high school or?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dan, who was your high school sweetheart?
I think my most important high school sweetheart was probably this girl named Kim Anthony.
Kim Anthony?
Who still is pretty.
She still
related to Casey Anthony?
She lives somewhere else.
Where she doesn't live in this area?
No, I think she's like in Atlanta or something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Do you think that she looks you up on Facebook and sees that you're a doctor and a lawyer with Ferraris and you think she?
I'm jealous.
Probably.
You think she's like, wow, I had him first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She married an ambassador.
That's pretty strong.
That's a cool life.
That's even
That's strong.
What country?
That's even more
Yeah, what
stronger than
country?
you. Like that's kind of like Dan. That out that kind of out.
Bangladesh or something?
Yeah, it was one of the S-hole countries.
Yeah, this kind of pimp.
I mean, Dan, like there's not a lot of guys that can out pimp you based on what you got going, but an ambassador.
Ambassador's another title.
That's a good one.
I'm looking for it. I want to be ambassador.
Ambassador Dr. Danny Yago
You want to be an
Esquire.
MD, a JD, and then an what's an ambassador? EM?
I think honorable. They just say. I'm not really
like if
sure.
you're an ambassador.
You're an ambassador.
I know,
Ambassador Jones.
But what does that mean you necessarily are doing?
That means you're becoming sort of a liaison between the two countries, and the ambassador of America would talk to like the ambassador of Pakistan.
So what I'm saying
and
is,
they determine,
But like what I'm saying
policy.
is like, in order for us to have, we have to have a U.S. ambassador of Pakistan, right?
Right.
Some
Yes.
dude that either lives here or lives there.
He lives there most of the time.
In theory, they should know the language and know the culture and have some connection, but that's not always the way it works.
So like,
And
I'd be a
do-
better
and doesn't
ambassador for like the Bahamas than I
But
would be
doesn't
for like Italy.
even the little states, everybody, like we have an ambassador for about everywhere.
Every country.
About everywhere.
Every country.
So, like-
and we have an embassy in every country.
So like Dan, like if you get pulled over on your way to Orlando and you were the ambassador of like,
Diplomatic immunity. Suck it. You can't give me a ticket, bitch.
See, Dan, that's
That's
the
why
way
I'm not an ambassador.
Ambassador Dan would act.
That's why he's not an ambassador.
Meanwhile, Jay would just say, "Sir, I'm an ambassador." If you can see, and I'm assuming as soon as they pull up your driver's license, they probably have it on there.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
would
there's a
imagine.
flashing light.
It's probably on the license, I would imagine.
Like you're an ambassador.
Yeah.
Ambassador.
Who was the chick that lived on Bayshore that was with General Petraeus?
I know. What's her?
Horseface.
Horseface. I forget what her name was.
Horseface bitch.
Was she swinging or was she the girlfriend?
No, girlfriend.
She was the girlfriend of Major Petraeus. Petraeus.
What was the scandal
General.
there? He was cheating.
Yeah, the scandal was he was going to be president, and so they had to take him out. And so what they did is they found his girlfriend, who was also a high military ranking official who had confidential clearance, and she had access to his computer, and so they tried to convict him for a felony, and he had to plead out, and then he was out of the presidential race. 2016.
No,
What was the sexual scandal?
The sexual scandal was just that he was. I think she was married.
Joe
Wasn't that what it
Kelly
was?
is who you're thinking of, Bubba.
I think she was married. It was an affair.
Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Joe Kelly. And she was married to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was. And I think he might have been married to somebody else. And they were having a fling. And she would. I don't think that she was really an ambassador, but he hooked her up with like ambassador plates or something like that because he's the general of the air. Like, and, the general of MacDill is a pretty sling and D position, is it not?
Central Command.
Right. Like, wasn't Norman Schwarzkopf what he was?
Storm and Norman.
Yeah. So like that's probably as far as law enforcement or militarily, if you're the general of MacDill, you pretty much are the slingingest D.
No doubt.
Of all.
Of the entire military.
And I think he got her like ambassador plates or something like that, and she was like boss hogging around town that she was an ambassador or things like that. Look that up, Lummy.
I don't remember that part.
Petraeus scandal.
It says Joe Kelly, the ambassador to General Matisse and the confidant to CIA Director Petraeus.
All right, so that was her title?
Yeah, she was
ambassador to
General Matthias and CIA Director Petraeus, who frequently entertained senior officers from nearby MacDill Air Force Base at her house.
So
If you scroll down, it'll say the Petraeus scandal.
So she was an ambassador, not to a country, but to a general.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. James Mattis.
Man, how cool is that to be a general that you even got somebody repping for you, huh? To have somebody.
Cool.
Which makes sense because she's Lebanese, so maybe she spoke Arabic or something.
Let me see. The Petraeus scandal. In June of 20... So, Jay, you're saying because he was for real like a presidential candidate?
Absolutely. The Obama administration, Justice Department investigated him for this whole confidential breach. It turned out that she had access to... There's no actual... I don't believe there was an actual transmission where she... I think it was she had access to confidential information, and because of that, they charged him with a felony. He ultimately had to plead down, and then there was the whole scandal. And so prior to Trump, if you had a sex scandal, you're out. Trump's the only person in history that's been able to,
not me.
to
My sex
withstand
scandal. My sex scandal took me right on out.
He's not the only one, but
can't think of a lot of them.
Clinton was
survived
survived them
No,
all
that's
too.
true.
No,
So
Clinton-
Jay, the thing is this is just interestingly, you're just citing another example of a Democratic administration using the Justice Department to take out its opponents. And
Well,
so
they did it
it's
with Chris
disgusting.
Christie too, with Bridgegate.
Mm-hmm.
They did it with
Bubba Clem.
Petraeus.
Bubba Clem and the Hogan sex tape.
Absolutely. They always do that. They got to take you out. They delegitimize you. They make fun of you, and then you're no longer a valid candidate.
But you guys know, but a lot of people don't. I can't really talk. Well, I can't really talk about it. In June 12 of 2012, Kelly contacted the FBI. Strike one. Don't ever contact them.
Nope.
Sounds remarkably
Familiar.
familiar.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, she was friends with one of the
not
FBI
contact
agents.
the FBI, even if you're blasting the general.
Well, she was
Right. That's exactly
She was
right.
receiving harassing emails.
You're not on the end.
No, be like, I'm just telling you, even though you might think that you are in, don't ever talk to the FBI.
Well, she was friends with the FBI agent that she contacted.
Sure, again, so was I.
Oh.
So was I.
Right.
Me and Steve are telling them about, sawed off and half cats.
Half
There
cat.
goes
And
well.
they start talking to me as a friend. Hey, Bubba. Hey, and my name's Ed Sherry. Hey, what's going on, Ed? I remember you. How was that Hogan sex tape deal? Oh, man, that was horrible. It's ruining my life. Did he know he was being taped? I don't even know. I haven't been able to get through all of it yet. He lived with me for 3 months. I don't know. I really don't know. That was my answer. In conversation, boy talking, like we were just dude talking. We were just dude. Then the guy writes up a formal report. We weren't even there talking about the Hogan sex tape.
Yeah.
We were there talking about Steven having a dead cat
Half
salted
cat.
out. We're talking about half cats.
Falling out of the sky.
The FBI investigation led to the discovery of a CI director, a CI director. That's pretty high up, ain't it?
He was super high up.
Did he live here locally too?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was
He had
He lived at Central Command.
He had
was in charge of Central Command.
extramarital affair with Paula Broadwell.
So
who
it
was,
wasn't with Kelly. It was with this other woman?
No, Joe Kelly just was looped into it because she was getting.
I see.
Oh, it gets you know what you
It was
read.
so confusing.
deeper.
Yeah, it's she.
She was Tom the Tree Manning Petraeus.
Well, we need to. Here's the thing.
She was
So-
like going around telling everyone who she was and who she worked for and all that stuff, and it just got annoying to people.
Joe
So they
Kelly
ratted-
did.
Yeah, so they ratted her out for that.
Well, but she's the one that called the FBI because she was supposedly being blackmailed. Remember?
She was getting cyber stalked. She told
Anonymous
her friend.
harassing
Her
emails.
friend then reported it to higher ups.
Jay, this
and
sounds just like the Hogan tape
That's
deal.
pretty much the higher
This
ups.
is the half cap Hogan tape.
The higher ups.
This is in
then-
2012 and 13 too.
Yeah, the higher up said the guy's name was Humphreys.
Maybe that should show you who was running the FBI at that time. Was
Same
a real
local.
shady some bitch.
He said he was getting annoyed because he thought it stalled, so he contacted them. They told him pretty much banned him from like having anything to do with the case, and then I guess he's retired now from the FBI.
Who is?
The Humphreys guy, because they banned him from like even looking into it, the cyber stalking of Kelly.
Man, I can't even wrap my head around how shady all that is.
Yeah, looks
Right?
like
It's just other than shady. Phew.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kiss is going to do what ABBA has been doing, and are people really? Do they really go to the ABBA concert? And they're just isn't ABBA? All the ABBA concerts are just holograms. They're really not there.
Yeah, but they're holograms of them from like the 70s. And so it's useless because Kiss has been able to perform up until this week. So doing a hologram of like young Kiss from the late 70s and early 80s is not really effective. Whereas ABBA was really, they were young, pretty girls in the late 70s, and they looked beautiful on stage.
ABBA couldn't pull it off.
No,
now,
they couldn't pull it
ever.
off 5 years ago. No, exactly. So you have to go back to the time for them. Going back to the time for Kiss doesn't make any sense.
Now, is this an example of right here? Is this an example of what the ABBA Voyage is? And it's
See, this would be great for like the Beatles.
Yeah, it actually sounds.
But not Kiss.
Those aren't real people?
No.
No, it's all hologram stuff.
It's all holograms. It's all fake.
3D
You think we could eventually find somebody to hologram this show so we could stay home?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, it is. No, it's not. We rudely interrupt the rhetoric to let you know the following.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Petraeus repeatedly stated he had no plans to run for elected office. On June 23, 2010, President Obama nominated him to Commanding General of the International Security Assistance Force. On November...
Bye, Danny.
I'm not on yet. I was going to come back.
Oh, come on.
Here it is. On November 9, 2002, he resigned from his position as director of the CIA, citing his extramarital affair with his biographer, Paula Broadwell, which was repeatedly discovered in the course of an FBI investigation in January 2015. The FBI recommended felony charges against Petraeus for allegedly providing classified information to Broadwell while serving as director of the CIA. Eventually, he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor charge of mishandling classified information. Later sentenced to 2 years of probation, fined $100,000. And that was it for his... That was it. His political career was over.
Mm. Is he still married?
I don't know. Doesn't say. What's that, Bubba?
Brittany?
Oh!
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no!
Mm-hmm.
This is not good.
Sure it is.
This is not good.
Feels like a 6-year-old girl.
That's who his wife was. Wonder why he cheated.
Let me see.
This bitch is fucking homely.
You said it.
And Paula what was her name? Broadwell? That's a lot better. That's a big improvement. She cute. She kinda cute. She's homecoming queen, valedictorian.
You know that story of that girl that was sleeping with the 8th graders, Bubba? Did you see that thing? 22-year-old in town? If you missed that story, I think.
No, we got it.
Yeah. Trey knows the kid.
Oh yeah, we talked about it last week.
He was in 8th grade.
Trey knows him?
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
So what's gonna happen?
She's going to jail.
She's 22.
She's cute though.
She's going to jail. I know.
What school was it in?
A couple of different ones, but I think one of the kids was from Academies. I think he's a freshman now. That started when he was in 8th grade. Trey said she'd go to football games to meet the kids.
What school was it?
I don't want to say. I think it may have been Jesuit. I'm not exactly sure where the boy went.
I gotta find this. Anna, will you find me the
Yes.
story?
I think we covered it last week, but I'll find it.
They had another one on it yesterday, I believe. We can't believe times.
Yeah, I think we covered last week was a different one.
It was a student teacher last week. It wasn't this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
I need the newest one.
Is her name Elisa?
Wow, she's
pretty girl.
Is this it?
Did you send it?
I just want to make sure it's the right one. Is that her, Jay? Can you identify?
No, it doesn't look like her.
The blonde?
So what's the date of that article?
December 1st.
Yeah, that would be it.
Gotta be it.
Alyssa Zinger.
22 years old.
Yes.
She poses
All right,
a
Bubba,
homeschool
here it
teacher.
comes.
Huh?
A homeschool teenager.
Yep.
Oh no, they were saying huh. So
At the same time.
yeah, no, I just like doing that.
My greatest ex followed me home.
Damn. That's General Petraeus' mistress, but we found out what his wife looked like, and it kind of
Yeah, it made sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
his wife's
it all kind of like, that's his fucking Janorino over here, you know what I mean? Not good.
The other girl was kind of hot.
Yes,
Hey,
very.
as well.
And I'm sure 10 years ago she would have been hotter. As it goes. His wife kind of looks like my uncle. My uncle Jerry.
It's so funny. They were caught shoplifting, and she gave a fake date of birth. The cops. This girl, she was so perverted. She's having relations with a minor, and then taking them to the mall to steal.
This 22-year-old that faked being a homeschooled student started molesting like 12 to 15-year-olds.
The Giants good this year?
Kind of cute.
No, the New York Giants?
Yeah, the Packers play the Giants Monday.
The Giants should. The Giants are not good. The Packers should easily win.
Then the Packers got on the 17th got the Bucks at Green Bay.
If they played the way they did last night, they'll definitely.
Then the Packers play the Panthers.
That's a win.
They looked good last night.
Then at Vikings. That right there is probably will determine the whole fucking.
Yeah.
It's unusual when you find things like that.
Then the Bears.
Bears.
Another win.
I mean, they could win. Let me see. They could beat the Giants.
That's more curious. That's more
beat the
curious
Bucks. Beat the Panthers. And lose to the Vikings and beat the Bears.
Yep.
They could win all but one game. What would that put them at?
Well, 6-6. What was that? 4.
So they would win 1, 2, 3. They'd win 4.
They'd be 10-7.
Be 10-7. That makes the playoffs.
Bubba the Love Sponge!
I love everything about the show.
Every day for 4 hours, man. It just makes time fly by.
Gotta be Bubba.
This is awesome. I love it.
And I spent about 2 hours in my car when it's supposed to be a 20-minute break.
Yeah.
Bubba the Love Sponge!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We all have a heartfelt reason to worry about our blood pressure. Keep an eye on it. In fact, more than a half of the U.S. population would benefit from some sort of blood pressure support. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in SuperVeets are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than just a healthy lifestyle alone. 30,000 5-star reviews and counting. SuperVeets is the #1 doctor, pharmacists, and cardiologists recommended heart chew for cardiovascular health support. It's blood support that you can trust. SuperVeets are support super healthy circulation, and you not only get the blood pressure support, you also get productive heart healthy energy without the crash. Support your heart health with SuperBeet Heart Chews. Get a free 30-day supply of SuperBeet Heart Chews and a free full-size bag of
turmeric.
Those are valued at $25. It all starts and stops by going to BubbaLovesBeats.com. Get this exclusive offer only at BubbaLovesBeats.com. Thank you. I mean, she has lost her mind. But I got to tell you, man, what is Brittany? 40, what? I'm
42.
sorry.
She just had a birthday on the 2nd.
42. At 42, man, she still holds up. And I think we can play this, guys. I've previewed it. It's just bra and panties.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Swimsuit edition.
Yeah, it's a swimsuit. But here's the
psychosis.
Yes. Britney Spears poses in nothing but Victoria's Secret bra and underwear, which is not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
After celebrating her 42nd birthday. Did it say who she celebrated it with? To me, she looks sad there. I'm 42.
She looks like she needs.
I'm 42. I'm 42. I'm Britney Spears, and I'm looking for like a Jimmy Cleavis kind of guy just to come take me pillar to post. Because look, I mean,
that's just drugs. That's like the 1,000-yard stare. There's nothing going on in there.
There's nothing going on.
I've seen that look before.
So she celebrated it with her mother and brother.
Mother and brother. But then when she got in her own little bedroom, she put on this video. Check this out. Oh, of course, it has to give me. There we go. Hold on.
Nice.
Showing the tattoos off.
Just relaxing. Oh.
She wants to take them off so badly.
42.
She looks awesome.
I tell you, man, she is. Hey, Alexa, how much is Britney Spears worth?
100 mil?
Britney
No, it's
Spears
like
is worth
37.
an estimated $70 million US dollars.
That's it. That's closer.
She has a salary of around $30 million US dollars.
Well, how do, if you
That's
got
more of an allowance.
how does that make sense?
Salary.
I don't know.
No. How does that make sense if you're only worth 70, but your salary's 30?
Yearly?
She's spending 25.
Yeah,
her
it's
dad's
true, yeah.
taking all her money. I don't know.
That's it. It goes
But
to the
I'm telling you,
conservatorship.
I mean, there are what's Black China is one of the most popular people on OnlyFans.
The highest earner, $20
and they
million
make
a month.
$20 million a month.
Yes,
$20 million
I did
a
not know
month.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's obscene.
That's $240 million a year. So if you're Britney Spears, you break OnlyFans if you start saying, okay, I'm gonna, take it to the next level. On my Instagram and all the other stuff, I post this really sexual, but I never show nothing. I never do nothing kind of deal. It's all by the guidelines of Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, where, Snapchat, whatever she posts her stuff. Seems like Instagram is her poison of choice. Can you imagine? So she got.
I would subscribe if she went on OnlyFans.
She has 481,000 likes. Well, what would 400, just Dan off the top of my head, what would 481,000 times $10 a month be?
Add a zero.
Would that be 48 million?
4 million.
That's $5 million.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need to charge more
A
than that.
month.
$5 million a month.
$60 million a year.
$60 million a year.
She could charge more than 10. Some people are charging $19.99.
She could charge 20 all day.
Yeah.
As long as she was doing things like dildoing and things. I'm like, she'd have to.
People just want to see a
Sword
celebrity
dancing?
naked. They would pay that money just to see her naked.
She's going to have to dildo or do you think that she can just go if she just went straight nude?
She just touched herself
and didn't,
be fine.
did it, no penetration, no porn, just nude, maybe a little suggestive touch here and there.
$100 million a year.
Easy.
She's being mismanaged.
Yeah.
You're leaving $100 million on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I do have I love pitting you two against each other.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes.
Jay and Dan. And I would put, and if Steve was in here, I'd put him in here too, but he'd get mad and try to kill me just on the question. At least I can ask you two questions, and you guys are a little bit more tempered than Steve. You guys know that I'm just doing it to, create great content, but a lot of people would like to know, like, what if you had a daughter? and she was as beautiful and potentially as popular as Britney Spears. And all she had to do was be a little bit nude and suggestive on OnlyFans, and she would make, 10, 15 million a month. Would you, A, not even consider it? And by the way, she's an adult. She's, in college or something. And you both have daughters. So A, nope, shut it down, not going to happen. B, try to kind of manage it so that she's not doing anything that would besmirch the great family and it's just truly classily nudes. And
I was going to ask, is it solo? Is it
it's
with
just
a
her.
man?
No,
is it with a woman? That matters.
No man's, and maybe a woman, but no man's.
Maybe a woman.
But okay, no, hold on.
Because solo is a whole different deal.
No. Solo. So she's solo.
Fully nude?
Fully nude.
Okay.
But hold on, full nude, but nothing like kick out or nothing like a vibrator, nothing, just full nude, classily nude, like Playboy.
I was just going to say,
Playboy compared to Hustler.
If your daughter was able to be a Playboy back in the day, centerfold, would I be okay with that?
It's a good question.
And today, but hold on, in today's world though, Jay, you can bring Playboy to you.
Yeah,
but hold on, and the money. What did a Playboy play make?
Oh yeah, they didn't make anything.
Couple $100,000,
no, they
maybe.
just got raped by Hugh Hefner.
Yeah,
and then released back to the wild.
It wasn't that lucrative.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
No.
So we're gonna use both of your daughters in college. Got a chance. They're so beautiful. Somehow they pop culturally get famous for some reason, and they have a chance to go on OnlyFans and just be nude. classily nude, call it Playboy nude.
Okay.
And they make, $1 million or $2 million a month. Do you A, shut it down? No way. Stop. It ain't happening. B, manage it. Stay on top of it and manage that money. Or C, I don't even know. I think it's just A or B.
Great question, by the way.
It's a tough one because I'll be honest with you.
It really is.
If my daughter was smart enough to do it on her own and she didn't have a partner and it wasn't some dude.
Hold on, JJ. I just want to stop you and tell you both that I'm not trying to be disrespectful to your family, to your wife, or to your daughter. It's just a question.
It's a hypothetical. My kid's 11.
It's a question I'd ask anybody that's got a daughter.
Right.
Okay. So
it's a hard one.
And so please, I don't want Kendall or Romina already hating me even more. I'm not singling out your particular daughters. You two just happen to have daughters. So that being said, what would you do? Dan, you first. Jay, you second.
I would not be happy about it.
You're shutting it down?
I'll probably shut it down.
Dan, you're shutting down $2 million a month?
Wow.
You're shutting down $2.
What's Daddy's cut?
Daddy's all of it.
Dad gets all the money?
20. If she's 18, Daddy gets none.
Well, I mean, Dan
he gets a new Ferrari every year.
She can't do it at 16.
Dan's got a persuasive way of being able. First of all, if you guys really did have the situation, you guys would have some type of trust or some type of tax shelter or something like. You guys would have that part
there'd
figured
be a
out.
conservatorship immediately.
Right, exactly. Dan, you would build in a conservatorship immediately.
A free sage.
So that she couldn't go free sage.
Hashtag free sage. Free Sophia.
So
Nope.
Dan, again, it's $2 million a month that you manage.
Yeah, and I said no.
And you say no?
No.
Okay. Jay?
I don't think you sell yourself out for money. I say no.
Wow, just goes to show you how much. I would be like, man, I wish I had a daughter.
Yeah.
If it was classily done.
What's Daddy's cut? 10%?
All of it.
Go get it, honey.
More than 10%.
All of it.
I got a conservativeship.
Yeah.
I'm running it all. I'm taking it all. Then I'm going to tell her.
I'm very conservative.
I'm going to tell her. Listen.
She made $10,000 last month.
I'm going to, make sure she's got a nice checking account and a black card, and she's all situated.
An IUD?
Daddy needs a new Skag mower. Get to stripping.
Your new grader.
Listen, have you been on OnlyFans for a while? Our numbers are going down. You better get on there and do
That's
something.
right. We need some new content.
Jesus.
So both you and Jay both shoot it down, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there was a teacher here in Tampa.
No, she was not a teacher.
I'm sorry.
She posed as one. She posed as a homeschool teacher.
No, she posed as a homeschool student.
Student. Yep.
She posed as a homeschool student.
Yeah, she posed as she was
21 Jump Street.
12-year-old.
Yeah, she posed as she was 13 or 14.
Yeah,
She
looks really young.
And now,
I know what it's like.
The way they got busted is unbelievable.
Yeah.
hold on.
Jesus,
Whoa.
Lady Gaga, relax.
Oh my God, Lady Gaga. Hold on, I want Britney.
23-year-old Tampa woman is facing charges after police say that she had an inappropriate relationship with a teen on social media.
And police think there could be more victims out there. News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers is live in the Tampa newsroom, or rather in Tampa, with the very latest.
Now,
WFLA just stopped trying.
And full disclosure, Dan, shut up. In full disclosure, Jay's son knows this dude.
He does.
Knows
this pimp.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this
Exactly.
guy,
victim.
pimp of the year.
Well, they found out this year while he's a freshman, so he's big. He's a 15-year-old
Stacey,
kid,
Josh,
big kid.
good evening. These are crimes that the police chief describes as unsettling and disturbing. That 22-year-old woman is now facing several charges, we're told, all started on social media. 22-year-old Alyssa Zinger is facing charges after police say she had an inappropriate relationship with a boy between 12 and 15 years old.
So this
It's pretty gross on paper, though, when you think about it. 22-year-old woman sleeps with 14-year-old kids. Kind of gross.
Trey Bill, $50. Love you, buddy, on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bub Army. I mean,
it's more mentally disturbing, honestly, than the other way around. I know that sounds odd.
But here's the deal.
But what would a 22-year-old woman find attractive about a 12-year-old boy?
And I'm working as the 12-year-old boy here. If I'm the 12-year-old boy,
you're on Queer Street, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. If I'm a 12-year-old boy, I'm like, man, why did my party get messed up?
Well, he ratted her out, I think.
Yeah. Well, hold on.
No, that's not how it happened.
No,
They got caught shoplifting.
They couldn't find
But no,
her
then he
ID.
admitted that he had sex with her.
Hold on. Here we go.
When they got caught
Police
shoplifting.
tell Late on Your Side, Zinger made contact with the victim by posing as a 14-year-old homeschooled student on Snapchat. These police...
I got to tell you, if I'm 14, okay? If I'm 14 and this thing is 14 and she says, hey, let's study together...
She sent some like racy pictures and videos of intercourse.
Now it's time to study.
Yeah, it's time to study, all right, the female anatomy.
Records detail how Zinger was in a romantic relationship with the teen from the end of May through the middle of September. The documents go on to allege Zinger recorded
Summer blastings.
sex acts with the victim after they had broken up and maliciously sent it to several of his classmates. Tampa Police Chief Lee Burkraw released a statement.
Hold on. Trey turns to the dude. Hey, dude. What? Man, somebody just sent me a text of you having sex with some blonde girl. What class is she in? I don't know. I
need to be homeschooled.
I've never seen her. Oh, man. She did? Yeah, we broke up last week.
No, give me your number.
Saying, quote, it is disturbing and unsettling to see an adult take advantage of a...
See, like, I know this is bad. This is bad, and we're supposed to be like, oh, my God, this is so bad. I'm so offended. This is so bad. Throw the book at her. They should throw the bitch under the jail. When realistically, if we put ourselves in that 14-year-old's boy's body, we've all been 14. I think at 14, man, Dan, you might medically
I'm pretty sure
know.
the parents knew they were dating.
But at 14, Dan, you got, I don't know, about 100 gallons of testosterone a week going into your body.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
Like, you're just the horniest thing you've ever been, right?
Yes.
And, like, literally, you will masturbate, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times a day.
Yeah.
And
allegedly.
So if you're a 14-year-old dude and this girl gets a hold of you about studying, she looks young, she's super aggressive, she's 20. I know they're going to throw the book at her. I know it's double standard. I know I'm not supposed to be saying this. But, man, I wish I was that 14-year-old kid.
Well, let's look at it from a perspective of, is it a teacher-student? Is it the power struggle? Or using
No.
This kid thinks he's with a 14-year-old. He didn't know.
She's not.
Is he traumatized by being victimized by someone he thought was his age?
Probably because his mom told him he had to be.
I mean, Trey and I talked about it last night, and I said, son, this isn't the way I want it to go down. You know, that would not be my choice, but I'm sure the kid's not scarred.
Yeah. If my son, who used to like me back in the day, would walk up to me and say, Dad, I'm blasting a 22-year-old.
Just found out about it.
I thought she was 15. She's 22.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, is she pregnant? No. All right, well, here's some condoms. and be safe about it,
That's
okay?
different than a teacher,
we're
though.
good.
If it's their teacher in their classroom, that's a whole additional level of exploitation.
That's why I can have that stance, because it's not a position of power or influence or affect his grade. He's just happened to,
He thought he was with a kid.
Yeah. Ask her what her mom looks like. For Pops.
I think he found out while they were shoplifting when she was arrested.
Hold on.
It went on to read, anyone who may have been a victim of zingers, we encourage you to come forward. The Tampa Police Department will support you and ensure a predator like Zinger doesn't cause you or others additional harm.
What would you do, Dan, if you found out your kid was one of those victims? I keep it quiet.
I'd keep it quiet, too.
What would you do?
I don't know. I'm not
Dan,
really
you
sure.
wouldn't call the cops. You'd keep it quiet.
You're 14-year-old, and would you put him in the? I don't know.
I wouldn't put him on Blast Street.
Nope.
I keep him out of it. I don't want my kid. I don't want this bitch knocking on my door trying to get a hold of Trey.
Could be some defining
how many times he screwed Mrs. McGillicuddy. I do not want that. I'm sorry. I got enough turmoil living in a different house behind the house. Oh, if you want the father of the house, you have to go to the house behind this house.
Go to the back house.
Yeah, you have to go back where the workers used to live.
By Zinger's home to hear her side of the story, but no one answered. Her
Shocker.
defense attorney, Daniel Fernandez, entered this written plea of not guilty.
Hernandez.
But his office tells 8 on Your Side they haven't received any evidence as they await Zinger's arraignment. Hillsborough County Public Schools released this statement, 8 on Your Side, saying, quote, "This did not happen at our school. However, we are grateful that a student felt safe enough to come to a trusted adult on campus, alerting them about this individual." It went
now, would he have alerted the school person had they not gotten arrested for, shoplifting?
I don't believe it was him.
No, it was the video was sent to other middle schoolers, and one of them turned it in.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So the 14-year-old pimp in our as we call him, he didn't burn his own party up.
No, but when he was interviewed, though, he said he did engage in sexual activity with her about 30 times.
Now, Dan, let me ask you, or Jay, as an attorney, could a little guy like this at 14 say, "I want my lawyer. I'm not cooperating."
Absolutely.
Like, so you're the victim, and they're interviewing you. Can you, even as the victim, can you say, "I'd like to have my attorney present"?
Yes.
Yes.
And I would suggest that you do that.
Yes.
Always. Whether you're right or wrong, the subject of an investigation, or interest, a person of interest, or just a witness.
So now at that point, do you then, as a lawyer, roll up, have a family meeting with his parents?
Yep.
And say, "Guys, just want to let you know this is going to go one of two ways. It could get very public, and very ugly, and very salacious, or we don't really cooperate that much. This all goes away."
I mean, the kid's not guilty of any crime for what he did with her.
Not at all.
It looks like
it's just how much of a pain in the ass do you want this to besmirch upon your family?
How much do you want to admit when you don't have to?
Yeah.
It looks like she got caught shoplifting in July, and the officer then found out because she kept lying
about her age.
She was saying she kept telling the officer in front of the victim she was born in 2009. He could only find information on a person with the same name born in 2001,
right?
Which she claimed was a half sister with the same name. Police started investigating Zinger for about a year, which then the student came forward when they were, questioning to try to figure out if she had any, sexual behavior with anyone else.
Even if the cops come to question your kid, or you, for that matter.
No, I need to speak through my lawyer.
Yeah.
Unless they have a warrant, they've got to respect that.
Well, even if they got a warrant, I don't have to talk to them. I can let them in my house.
Correct.
I can let them in my house, and the warrant specifically says an area or the entire house or whatever.
Nothing forces you to talk.
But I don't have to say anything. I'd be like, okay, well, you know what? You guys, yes, I have to let you in here and look at this stuff, but it's going to be confined to what this warrant says, and I will be having my attorney en route. Bitch. And he's got a Ferrari. He's got a fast car.
On to read, our staff immediately contacted law enforcement so they could begin an investigation. Tampa police telling
Is she in jail? We should try to send Anna in there for a jail interview.
No, she
was arrested and posted bail. Yeah, that's why they were at her door.
There are more victims out there. If you or anyone that you know have fallen victim to these crimes, you're being asked to call this number below, TPD. For now, live in Tampa.
So here's the deal.
8 on Your Side.
Here's the deal. They give out the number. Your dad comes to you. Trey comes to you and says, "Dad, I just want to let you know that, yeah, I did that too. I did, I hooked up with that teacher too."
I'd interview him. I'd say, "How you feeling?" He'd probably be like, "I feel okay."
I feel
okay.
Great.
Well, then we're not going to. What do you want to do, son? He'd probably be like, "I don't want to do it."
I'll be Trey. "Hey, Dad,
yeah.
you told me I could always come to you no matter how bad it was."
Sure.
Plus, I think that Mom will absolutely kill me and maybe get a steak knife.
We know she will.
Yeah, so, and Uncle Dan's not around right now, so I need you to help me here. But that teacher, that 22-year-old teacher that
she works at Publix.
That got in trouble for having sex with the deal.
Yeah. What about her son?
Well, I hooked up with her a couple times, 2 different times.
What? When?
Yeah. Over at her place. I told you I was driving my bike, and she came and picked me up around the corner.
Did you know she was old?
Well, she told me she was 15, 16 at the time, Dad.
Okay. Well, how you feeling about this?
Well, I'm hoping she didn't stay in jail too long because it was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good. It was pretty damn good, Pops. What I was kind of wanting to know is if maybe you could join co-counsel and get her out faster.
I don't think I can represent her son, but I think we need to keep anonymity.
I wonder if you could call her lawyers and say, listen, I'm slinging Jay Diaco, and let me ad hoc pro vaci hockey in, or whatever it's called.
Pro hoc vice.
Yeah, let's pro hoc vice in this deal. Can you do that for my dad, please?
See, I think Candle has a different opinion because there's like a Mrs. Robinson thing going on with our boys, and there's just one, I don't know, mom, like Stifler's mom. Can you say that?
Yeah.
Remember Stifler's mom?
Yeah.
And so Trey
your
likes
wife?
to tease my wife that's where it's going to go down. And boy, if you ever want to see someone get hot. Whoo.
So wait. Trey jokes with Candle that he's going to hook up with this guy's his friend's mom.
What?
Just like that?
Yeah.
That joke?
Yeah.
She doesn't like it?
Oh, she can't stand it.
She gets full hot?
She gets full hot.
Does she realize that she's got a Plant City hair trigger?
Yep. And I said, son, look, I don't want it to go down like that for your first, because we had really similar conversations to this. He's 16 years old. And so I'm like, that's not the way I want it to go down, the first time. But, after that, I don't think you'll want to go that old. Why would you want to? You don't have to.
Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I never did that when I was a kid, ever.
I did. When I was 23, I hooked up with how old was Ellie? Let me 56.
Those parents wanted to with me. I just didn't do it. Moms wanted to. I just didn't. I just thought, I found it repulsive. Once I was in college and I was around college girls, why would I want to be with an old lady?
I got my late rent. I got my late rent waived. My late rent fee waived.
You should put some Vaseline.
And it was so I was 23 years old. I'm in Chicago. I'm living in this big ass high rise, McClurg Court. And Ellie was one of the leasing agencies for this place. And she was kind of cute. She was kind of like June Cleaver cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. And so I'm late for rent. Had to have it in by the end of business day on Friday. I forgot.
You gave her a different deposit?
So.
Jesus. Brian.
Yeah. Tukey.
It was Tukey, but it was just waiting.
Yeah. Waiting Tukey aren't any better than developed Tukey's. A Tukey still a Tukey. So I go down to the office on Saturday. Well, they're closed, but they have a number to call. Like, case like, your water pipes broke or something. So I call it, and Ellie, the 56-year-old woman that worked in the office, there were like 3 or 4 of them. The number goes to her. I'm like, hey, Ellie, this is Bubba. She's like, hey, Bubba. I go, I didn't get my rent by 5 o'clock on Friday, which means I'm going to be late. And she goes, oh, no. Just run it by my place a little bit later. Oh. And I'll just sneak it in, I'll just put it in there like it came in on Friday. I said, you do that for me? She's like, yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. So I went over there. This was like Saturday night. I wasn't really running the streets of Chicago as hard as I did Tampa.
Well, was this before or after Samantha Fox?
After.
Oh,
okay. Way after.
Oh, wow.
You walk around with a little moxie.
Yeah, I'm walking around with some foxness. Mm-hmm. Freshly squizzarded. So I walk in and she kind of has like some candles on and not like suggestive lingerie, but like laying around kind of sweats with no bra kind of deal.
This is a Penthouse Forum just happening right there in real life.
But it wasn't like, she wasn't too obvious, but she just had like some sweatpants and she had a glass of red wine and she opened the door and was like, oh my God, I didn't know what time you were going to get here. So like something flighty. And she's like, come on in. I go, and I have my check literally, just in my hand. She goes, oh, just lay it right there. Do you want some wine? I don't like red wine at all. But I was thinking,
Let's see where this What do you mean by red wine?
She didn't want me to hand her the check. She just said, put it there.
That's what she said. Put it there on the counter.
Which is like what a prostitute does.
Well.
How do you know?
Yeah.
We've seen movies. JJ, he's seen
You've never
movies.
seen a frickin' movie. You never hand the prostitute the money. They say, put it there on the counter.
Well,
mine
was not mine was for my rent.
Right.
Not for ass. It was made out to McClurg Court Incorporated. I don't know that Ellie could cash that check. So she goes, do you want some red wine? Well, I was thinking to myself, no, I don't. But if I ask for something different, she may not have it. It could, maybe just
Still got one box in the fridge.
And box wine, and it could be, it could disrupt the vibe, so to speak. So I go, yeah, I'll take. I hate red wine.
I have what you're having.
So she has these fancy wine glasses, probably that Romina has 400 of, and so she gives me some red wine. Well, I take a sip. I'm like, oh, jeez, this stuff tastes like, ugh. So she completely drinks hers down. Bam. And she goes and gets another half to, I guess you don't fill your wine glass clear to the top. You feel,
no, that's not classy.
Yeah.
It's half glass.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Which is a full glass of wine.
So, I mean, everybody, if you think about it, man, almost every wine I've ever seen, they only half glass you.
Yes. Right. So you can swing it around.
Yeah, you can swish it around. Mm-hmm. So she gave me a half glass. Well, I'm sipping on my half glass. Well, she tomahawked her half glass and went and got herself another half glass. So we're sitting there, and she's like, so you know what? I actually, last week, and the only reason I even got oral from her is because Lummy, she didn't, at first she never heard me on the radio. She just saw us as a regular dude, right?
Yeah.
Well, then when you hear me on the radio, that adds a certain little especially back in 1989 in Chicago. Like if you're on the radio in Chicago, it was kind of a big thing.
It's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So she'd listen. She's like, me and the girls a couple nights ago heard you on B96 with Julian Jumpin' Press. I'm like, yeah, just kind of, whatever. And she's like, oh my God, you're really mean to kids. You were hanging up on them and all that kind of stuff.
Calling them fetuses.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like how, I just kind of that's my shtick. And she's like, oh my God, So had she not been a mild mark, I probably wouldn't have gotten a hot 55-year-old June Cleaver oral. So next thing I know, she said, I'm sitting on this couch and she's sitting on like a chair. Well, as she goes and pours herself her second glass of wine, she then comes and sits beside me.
Oh, there you go.
Well, at that point, I'm not some rookie here. I've been around the block a little bit. Right. So we just start making out right there. And at that point, man, I can see where a 14-year-old dude could fall for a 22-year-old coug.
Oh, yeah.
A little more. I mean, she's way more experienced, way more aggressive. And so at 55, you're thinking 55-year-old women know what they want. You don't got to take a 55-year-old woman that's the assistant manager of your housing complex.
Not a lot of cuddling?
No. She's a 55-year-old horny bag that wants some 23-year-old D.
Yeah.
That's all. I think it gets down to straight instincts. So we start making out. So she had just a studio deal. So like her living room kind of like flowed into her bedroom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I actually had a bona fide one bedroom where there was a actual difference where there was a wall and a door.
Not like a studio.
No, she had a studio. And
it's all one big room.
So next thing you know, she just starts grabbing my wiener.
Oh.
And I have just a pair of sweatpants. I have shorts. No, black probably. I don't know. And she starts oraling me right there on the couch.
Wow.
And then she goes, let's go over here. So she pulls my pants down, puts me on the bed. Next thing you know, she gets out this Vaseline, straight petroleum-based Vaseline, old school.
Nice.
And she slathers, my wiener all up, takes it around the fart. Man, when you have your wiener has some type of lubricant on it, how much better it feels. Like just warms, it just really,
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've never at that young age of 23 I didn't really know that Vaseline was edible, or that like people that really old school veterans that have been around the corner know that that's what a guy really wants. Like I've heard of edible lubricant, but not Vaseline.
It's petroleum jelly. It's like eating oil, so it's not really edible.
Well, for her it was. She ate that plus what was under it, and I was more blown away, no pun intended, by the fact that she's eating Vaseline. Like I'm like, whoa, and then I'm like, after we get done and I do my business, I go, I didn't know that I've never had that happen with Vaseline. And she goes, it tastes a little, oily, but it's not bad for you.
Yeah.
Is that true, Dan? Like it won't. It's not.
I'm
bad.
sure a small amount will kill you because people put it in their, on their lips all the time. But I think just eating straight up Vaseline will make you very, very, very sick. And
well, I got out of there before the puking started.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And before you knew it, old Jed's a millionaire. So good for you.
Science has studied his brain and still has no theories about the things that come out of it.
I'm talking to you, fat ass.
Bubba. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Wednesday.
Oh, I gotta come back with Melissa Carpenter.
Okay.
Oh. Money. Do you want to chat for a second?
Sure will.
I have to go. I got it.
Doing well, Rob Green. Thank you, buddy. What up, Jay Bowler? 200 here. I'm still butthurt from what happened to FSU.
What a bunch of fucks.
Bullshit. First time in history the undefeated team doesn't get it because it didn't look good in the last week. That's bullshit. Bama boy, I love you and all, but not real pleased with Bama, did I?
It's not Bama's fault.
I know. I have friends whose kids were at the game, and he was literally, he had all the plans for the national championship, and then noon happened, and he's like, fuck, I gotta cancel it all. Those kids are heartbroken. What up, BT Dog Mom? Heather Spin Instructor. What up, Nick? How you doing, buddy? Thank you for everything you do. You are the man. What up, C-Rubs? I mean, Bama almost lost. They lost to Texas. They almost lost to USF with their first string. It's ridiculous, man. There's no way to justify it. Maria Guatemala, hello. Yeah, but the SEC championship's no more important than the ACC championship, Bama boy. You just said it correctly. They want SEC for the TV. ESPN's owned by Disney. Disney and everyone wants the SEC. It's complete BS. Soupy John, what up? I sure will, Nick. Yeah, but Bama boy, it doesn't matter. It should have no relevance how you play the last game. It's complete bullshit. It's a matter of records. They didn't ask Tom Brady when he had his season, well, how many points did you win by? We just went to the Super Bowl and won it. And there's such a thing as a Cinderella story. The kids earned it, 19 games straight. That's unbelievable in the NCAA. Well, then Georgia should have been in there using that rationale, Joe. It's not even fair. You go by records. What up, Big Lunger?
You start with records. The records is the absolute.
That's the end all be all.
Nope, it's the starting point.
Right. If you have an undefeated, you shouldn't have to go further.
Right.
That's
It's just right. It's.
I agree with you.
It's like it's almost summary of judgment.
It is. I could tell from. Were you watching the game at all, Bubba? The commentary was going.
Oh, it didn't.
And I was like, they're going to screw them.
Shit, it didn't. So I don't know how long we've been like, I don't know what the hell to do.
Is Macho here?
Thank you, Rob Green.
I guess the clock stopped. Started.
I got you.
On.
Over Alabama, I'd be saying the same thing.
Are we in trouble?
No, but the clock didn't start.
I know, but it's running on the it's running internally here.
Yeah, I know. Macho's looking at it. The placeholder didn't fire.
Not a top 4 team. They are by record.
The placeholder didn't fire and start the clock.
But it fired. It's internally. It's fired.
Hopefully, it'll be fixed next year.
If you look at the look at.
I see the clock going down.
So maybe it just didn't register up there.
That's what Macho's looking into right now.
I mean, Gene, it's not really much of an argument. It should be record. It starts that way, and then history. Right. Group. Then they only beat Georgia by 3. Exactly. They're so lucky they walked away from the USF game. And haven't we seen enough Alabama in this, last 10 years?
Alabama?
15. It is 15, isn't it? Got to make sure you get that All-State money, Nick Saban.
We were dead air.
Got to get the commercial.
Macho fired a break, so we're good now. You've got 6 minutes.
Was it my fault?
No.
You're right, Rob.
No, I don't know what happened. Because the clock fired internally. You saw it on Next Gen. It was going down. I'm not sure what happened with the clock up there, but he fired a
So
break.
that's what I need to go with then?
Yes.
Right there?
Trey wants to go to all
Up
the
there?
schools.
Up there?
FSU,
Yep, 5:45 left.
Alabama, Auburn. He'd go down here and be happy. What up, JK? What's the
Thank you so much for your kind words, Jean Baptiste.
Because it's not any more important than the ACC championship. But they beat everybody, DH. What up, Joe? It's an easy way to get chat going. You're right, Jubal 66. If that's the rationale, then Alabama shouldn't be there. Georgia should be there. If they're really using that standard, then Alabama's not the 4th best team. Georgia is.
My favorite Nintendo game, I don't know, Mario Party.
I am Buzzman. Yeah, I'm gonna smash the like button myself, big longer. Yeah, rumbles up to 128. YouTube too, you guys are killing. YouTube's killing it on the likes. Pretty funny, Camper Scott. It's pretty funny, Drobel, but we haven't had to make any excuses this year because we haven't lost. So I don't know what you're talking about, more excuses. They're undefeated. That's funny, Robert L. I used to always get a kick out of people who were diehard Gator fans that never went there. And that would get in screaming battles about the Gators being so good. And I'm like, did you go there?
No.
It's just nice to even see FSU in the conversation. conversation. 3 years ago, they were terrible. We had USF's baggage coach who was terrible. What was it, guys? Taggart?
Billy Taggart?
Yeah, Willie Taggart. He was horrible. He was terrible with USF and worse with FSU.
Where was he first?
USF.
Now he's at Florida Atlantic.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ew.
How bad was their record this year?
I don't know.
Ew. Disgusting. You're right. Getting up and up and over there. No.
Five and 4.
Oh, Mantra says he's got it. It's all good.
But we were still dead air for.
Yeah, but he's saying on the fire back. The fire up here.
He's saying what, Lover?
When we're coming back, he's got it, so everything's perfect, so don't worry about coming back. The dead air, he's still trying to figure out. Something happened with the trigger. Get chat fired up over the FSU thing, Jay.
Yeah.
That will happen.
Live from Tampa, Florida, home of the big, fat, greasy bitch, it's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. And now, here's your host, Bubba the Love Sponge.
We apologize. We had a little technical mess up here. There might have been some dead air. I don't know. But Mach is doing his best to fix it. Thank you, Mach. Was there dead air, Mach, for quite a bit of time?
Yeah, I checked 820's automation, and for some reason the trigger did not go through.
So sorry.
I'm gonna reboot stuff. And
yeah, Orlando had the same issue.
So sorry.
I apologize to Stevie.
Stevie, we're so sorry. And Lummy, I hate to do it to him, but we probably should go to break again, so we're not so late. They hate when we get out like at 56, 57, 58. That short spacism for that last stop set. So I should try to be efficient.
Give me like 5 minutes, please.
I can't even go to break for 5 more minutes?
Give me a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Well, when are you going to let me know it's okay?
Stand by.
I think he's going in the back room.
Still didn't answer my question. The headline reads, eliminating the stigma surrounding suicide.
Don't we want a stigma around suicide so people don't do it?
Right.
Yeah.
Chilling effect.
Yeah, but what does it matter?
Because they're trying to say it's okay so that people can now do it voluntarily when they're sad.
So they're
or when
trying
they
to say like,
cancer.
it's
yeah.
okay. It's okay to kill yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When realistically, it's not okay.
No.
In any way, shape, or form, it's not okay to kill yourself unless I can come up with a couple exceptions.
Okay, I was like,
okay,
go for it.
I could see me wanting to kill myself. Now, this is just my own personal opinion and talking about my own personal body. So, like, I can't really get in trouble for that.
Melissa
right?
Carpenter, $100.
Yeah.
Slow day today on the horn.
Yeah.
Hundos, I'm Melissa Carpenter.
Yes.
This is just me. I'm not advocating this. I'm not saying this is the correct way to do things. I'm not saying that I should write the handbook of life. Nothing. I'm just, who I am who I am, my friend. Say it like it is. Average 57-year-old dude, high school educated, street smart, trying to make a living, trying to be funny. Try not to have dead air during the stop sets. Waiting for Macho Man to tell me when I can go back into commercials.
Green light.
Thank you. So I would only kill myself. Again, I'm not saying this is the way it's supposed to be, or it's responsible, or that you should use me as a reference point. Nothing.
Yeah, please don't.
Please.
He's not a role model.
If I was Mr. Clem, you're facing life in prison, I might off myself before I have to go do that. Or Mr. Clem, you're gonna have you have stage 4, pancreatic. They went and opened me up, Jay, and they said I'm just all ate up, full of cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had Dan there too to verify, and to make sure they weren't looking at my wiener. And they're like, Mr. Clem, listen, literally 3 or 4 weeks, you're done. Okay.
At that point, you might as well just live it out.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the worst case scenario is when you have like a disease that is degenerative very slowly, and you start to just live a horrible life, and you work towards just a slow and painful death.
Well, that's the slippery slope, like an ALS, where they're halfway through that and they want to commit suicide. I think that's terrible. But what they're trying to do is take away the stigma so that it can be utilized in a wide variety of areas, not just people that are depressed that are killing themselves, but people that want to do it for medical reasons.
Truly suffering.
Here we go.
11.5-inch doll, complete with plastic accessories and a permanently tanned sidekick that dominated the box office. Barbie brought in more than...
Is this the right story?
T-shirt will torn on the Cash App.
Eliminating
that must be
the stigma.
The beginning of the 60 Minutes telling you what all the pieces are about. This is the intro.
Yeah, okay.
But we probably should go to Word, so it seems like we're going to get way down the rabbit hole on this deal, yeah.
Whatever. Everybody be cool. You be cool. All the lawsuits in the world can't silence it. More of the Bubba the Love Sponge show after these words.
See, that's the thing, Steve. Steve, the grumpy old man, said survived cancer, heart attack, and 3 wives. You're the man.
You are the man.
Let me see if this is though.
You may have to just refresh Willie. Maybe just auto to the next video.
They sure did, Cody. I could tell it was going that way. I said it to my son at the end of the game. I said, the way this commentary is going, I think they're going to steal it from him.
New figures from the CDC found more Americans took their lives last year than in any year on record. If you do the math, it would...
Yeah, because we're soft.
It's also post-COVID.
And we're soft.
Yep. What up, NC Surf?
I might get into this on the podcast because it won't be. We can't get violated.
Sounds good.
Because if not, we're gonna get a fucking huge strike here.
Always violation Jones over here.
Yep.
Not okay. Say it.
Congratulations.
You did say it.
I won't. Sicilian redneck, what up, my friend?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh yeah, that's a crazy story. I remember where I was. I was watching Oprah. That bitch was talking about fucking her dad. And I was like,
who?
Mackenzie Phillips, Mamas and Papas. I was just like, wait, what?
That's a sick man too.
I know, holy shit. And the first time he raped her was
Sure.
like the night before her wedding to some other dude. like when she was 19. Then she got pregnant and she got an abortion because she didn't know if it was her dad's or if it was her like. Husband's.
Holy crap!
I know.
Charged
Riveting.
31 months, 55 months.
Riveting. Yeah, it was like 10 years.
That's
of
while
that
she was married.
incestuous. I think so.
It started right before the marriage. How did it?
I think
That's
so.
ridiculous. How do you? I mean, you're 19. That's weird. I guess that's the power thing. You know,
Yeah,
when
fucking
they
your
talk
daughter
about
is super weird. That is weird. That's a kink
But
for
it's like
sure.
when you, the human mind is so susceptible to brainwashing that you can convince somebody,
And
like
ask
your
Lemmy.
daughter, to not tell. I mean, it blows me away.
I
the
mean,
things
I
that
think
people
he
do.
like got her fucked up on drugs and raped for the first time.
Yeah, but then he kept doing it.
Yeah.
And she didn't grow up.
But I think it was like, yeah,
How
he
do you
was
not
like,
tell
he liked
somebody?
it. Like, oh, let's run away. He was like, oh, we can run away together, and where this sort of thing is, you know, no one will know about us.
Oh, that's funny, Joe. Thank you, you buy. My real good buddy Steve Cherico's is the same thing. He said we got screwed, and then he started sending me gifts all night. Fucker. I got one bit of like sympathy, and then came the jokes, and he's like, "Too soon." He was sending me every fucking. He probably will.
Oh, they
He
dated?
literally wouldn't
They
stop.
dated? What do you mean they dated? They dated? Like when she was what, 12?
It's like he's got everything. Is like there's so many of these things.
I do remember. Well,
Oh, that's not the one. No, it's he's God. You just can't fucking. But it's you know it's in their blood for hurricanes and gators. Oh, I know, buddy. Joe, I don't take that personally. You paid attention to the show. I remember. And you're always there, buddy.
That's crazy.
You know, Heiner, though, that's not something they've ever done before, and I understand like, how they're justifying it now.
Oh. It was deep. That was
Let's get back. I
fucking
need to get more
deep.
shots.
You don't know Jake.
Shopping for tires used to be like.
I apologize for interrupting your regular program.
Yo, power pick. Hello.
Should hit these
with everything we got, sir.
living vicariously through his bizarre world.
Imagine how much protein's in my body.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I was going to cover the Mackenzie Phillips story, but I think that we will probably talk a little bit more in depth on that in the exclusive podcast that we're going to do here momentarily. That's available only where you get your podcasting, or you can shortcut it all and just go to Bubba Army HQ and download it. Today we're going to talk about that suicide stuff, Anna, because I don't want to get a copyright on that.
I like that.
The Mackenzie stuff. And then I was going to maybe end the show here with migrant, I guess there's migrant workers or migrants that are washing up on the shores of Barbara Streisand's mansion.
Malibu.
Hold on here. Let me see. This is TMZ covering it.
This is in Malibu, I believe.
This is in Malibu. Now.
What's the problem with that?
Well,
that's cool.
Well, hold on. Barbara Streisand doesn't appreciate that. This is her Malibu resort.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at that. Now,
That is a stunning estate.
before I'm gonna maybe impress even Jay. Does anybody know what the Streisand effect is?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay.
Can I? Can I try? Can I try?
Not yet.
Okay.
I do not know, Bubba.
Not till I ask Jay.
Look, I'm not
and
looking at it.
and it's a legal
Closing
term.
chat.
It's a term that has now been. It's like you can even. I'll even ask you know who about it, and it'll tell you what it is. But there's a thing called the Streisand effect. And not a lot of people know it, and I had to look it up. It was used on me by a smarter person.
Okay.
And I didn't know what it was, so I looked it up. So now I know what it is.
Okay.
Lummy, I'm assuming you don't know what it is.
I know you've talked about it.
Can I try?
I
Yes, honey, you can if you shut your mouth. I feel like a teacher here. I feel like Arlene, the way she had to talk to Romina back in 5th grade when she flunked her out. Lummy,
Yes.
do you know what the Streisand effect is?
I think just from you talking about it, I know a little bit.
What?
I think it's to hide information or something like that.
All right.
To that effect.
Anna, over to you.
Okay. I'm not 100%. I've definitely looked it up in the past. I think it's when something is happening in public and everyone else is ignoring it and you ignore it as well.
No.
Something like that.
It is when you have something that you're trying to withhold from the public.
Okay.
But by withholding it, makes it a bigger effect.
That's what it is.
And it started with Barbara Streisand tried to get her aerial photos. Somebody had some helicopter or something like that had taken a picture of her compound, much like
this picture.
Yeah, like this is probably the original photo of the Streisand effect. It went clear to like the Los Angeles County, judge or something like that, where she was going to try to,
What it was is that a coastal records project photographed the clifftop residence because they had coastal erosion. And so no one really knew about it because it was an interstate, program.
Right.
And so then she blew it up.
And
like you said, yeah.
she tried to make them not be able to use her that picture to give an example of beach erosion. And in fact, what it did is it just highlighted where she lived.
Yeah.
And that the picture that I think 32 people saw while investigating the erosion. After the LA Times produced, millions and millions and millions of people. So it's like you're trying to make something be secret when really you just blow a bunch of light on it. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally, let me see what Alexa says. Hey, Alexa, what is the Streisand effect?
The Streisand effect is when people try to hide or remove information, but it backfires, making the information more visible.
But is there not such a thing, bitches?
You're right. I was thinking of the bystander effect. My mistake.
Look at that house, man. That's a multi-million-dollar pool.
It's like your compound, Jake.
I wish. Look at that thing.
Actually, it's like all three of your, if you put all three of your guys' houses together.
That's just about the size of her one house proper.
Now, is Steve living over here or over where Bella is?
He's still living in his house, and then he'll move into Dad's house sometime next year.
Like a remodel gimmick going on?
Yeah.
All right, so we got an after show. We're going to be talking about suicide and Mackenzie Phillips when she used to have sex with her dad.
Oh, nice.
Anywhere you get your podcasting, just search the Bubba Army Podcast. It's best to go to Bubba Army HQ and get it. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council.
Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Brett, the Filthy Ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here watering
buttoned up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello. I'm back.